Hello and welcome back to Dash28 Live, and it is time for the main event. We have the top table final round match for the 2022 U.S. Kings of War Masters, and it is going to be a Night Stalker mirror match between Adam Ballard from the Mountain region and Nathan Clevenger from the Southeast. Joining me, we've got Matt Croger, Mike Austin, Ray Shields, and Mark Howard. Welcome, guys.
Hello. Thank you. Dream team.
Dream team.
International.
Making it work.
All the M's except for Ray.
Yeah,
Black Sheep Ray.
That's right.
We're
We're all going to get so tongue-tied. All right, so they are getting their table set up. So let's take a quick look at their lists, and then we can get into watching these guys deploy. The scenario for this round is going to be Plunder.
Not Plunder. Not Rays.
Not Rays.
Rays?
No, I'm sorry. Rays. Plunder's last round. I just looked at the wrong thing. Thank you for catching that.
Yeah, this is smooth.
I've done a few of these, okay? I've done a few of these.
Yeah, I don't know how you're keeping it together, man.
Yeah, you're in the fatigue zone, Mike.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fun.
It can't be as bad as like a couple of rounds ago where I went to click the banner with the guy's list on it, and it accidentally announced that he'd won the match before we even started watching. I was like, "Oh, whoops! Hold on, let me take that down real quick." Just a couple of little oopsies here. Everybody gets a couple of little oopsies here and there. All right, so Nathan Clevenger is of course playing Night Stalkers. He has 2 Legions of Bloodworms, one with Hammer of Measured Force and one with Blessing of the Gods. Those are going to be that's kind of the biggest difference between his list and Adam's list. Is Adam favors the Hordes of Scarecrows, but Nathan goes for the Legions of Bloodworms. He's got a Planar Apparition, a Horror Riftweaver, a Horde of Fiends, Brew of Strength, 1, 2, 3, 4 regiments of Soul Reavers. Soul Slayers. Blah, man, get it together, boy. What are you doing? A Horror with Conjurer's Staff, the Vicious Aura for Infantry and Bane Chant, the Banshee with the Zephyr Crown and the Resonant Chorus upgrade, and Shakira coming in at 12 units and 23 unit strength, so that's a little on the lean side.
What does Resonant Chorus do?
Resonant Chorus is the one where she gets to cast 2 spells if the target of the second spell is within 6 inches of the original target. So she can Wind Blast or Enthrall something, and then Wind Blast or Enthrall something else within 6 inches of her original target.
Yeah.
And she also does damage. Yeah, she does damage with her Wind Blast too, right?
The Banshee?
Yeah, Banshee's Wail. Maybe that's Banshee's Wail, is it?
Yeah.
I think that's Banshee's Wail. Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Awesome.
I thought I was being crazy.
Yep.
We're all crazy.
And then Adam's list, which we saw last round against Corey Reynolds, is 4 hordes of Scarecrows, 2 troops of Reapers, 1 with Jesse's Boots, double Mind Screech, double Horror Riftweavers, 3 regiments of Soul Flayers. They're very popular. So hot right now. A Dread Fiend with the Trickster's Wand, and triple Butcher Flesh Rippers for 17 units and 28 unit strength.
He's got the meat.
Mm-hmm.
He has got the meat.
Flesh on the bone.
Without further ado, let's go ahead and get the table up so we can see how the deployment is going.
And here I am out here running 2 units of Soul Flayers. Am I an asshole?
No, you're an amateur.
No,
That's
just an idiot.
Do
you recognize those armies? Who's who, Mike? There.
So Nathan's going to be at the bottom.
Yep.
And Adam's going to be at the top. It looks like Adam has already dropped a horde of Scarecrows, and Nathan has dropped one of his Bloodworm Legions, and that is probably one of his Soul Flayers that he just dropped. And it looks like Adam's putting down another horde of Scarecrows.
Well, yeah, I'd say that'll be his first 4 drops, right?
Oh, yeah.
Probably, yeah. Because he kind of layers everything up behind them.
Hey, Mike, maybe you want to go over the rules for Rays for those at home that are listening and don't know the rules.
For all of us who forgot it, I'll forget that in a moment.
For everybody who doesn't own a rule book.
Let me get the other things updated.
Mine's on the shelf. That's too far away. I don't want to go all the way back there.
Sure. Oh, yeah, of course Ray's got it. Look.
Yeah, the only book Ray actually reads
Ray,
there.
Yeah. Ray can read it out to us. Give us some Ray's love, Ray.
So this is where the objectives you're going after are on the opponent's side of the table. starting on turn 2, if you have the most unit strength within 3 inches of that objective, you claim it, and it becomes 1 point for you. At the end of the game, the center point is an objective token, which is normally what the game will devolve into, with everyone trying to get that one last
And I believe, if I remember correctly, in the Northern Kings scoring, it counts as 1 at the end when it comes to determining the winner or the loser. But in terms of points, it's actually worth 2 points for tournament points. Very confusing.
So
that's how you get to 5.
Hopefully they're clear on that for last game.
Yeah.
All right. So you're trying to get to your opponent's side of the table, have more unit strength on them, and then burn them, and then they are banked
fine.
points.
yeah, you get a point, and they can never take it away from you. You have it.
I really like this scenario because it can reward just like racing forward but losing heaps of your army. I
do wish there were more scenarios that were kind of accrue as the game goes on. There's so many that are like, okay, turn 7 and determine the winner. There's one a while ago that you could like start scoring points like turn 2 and every turn and just keep scoring them. I thought that was fun because you could have games where you get slaughtered but you win real early, and have a chance to win it despite getting beat up.
Mike,
there was a
are you
problem
still
with
playing
that
elf?
exactly, but I
Because
can't remember
that
what
does
it
not
was.
sound like an elf player.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe as the game evolves, eventually we'll have like turn-to-turn scoring, and the scenarios will evolve past what they are now. One could hope.
Yeah, there's been some movement forward. So
Yeah.
So
There's a
Night
guy on
Stalker v Night Stalker. One
Yeah.
thing I was going to say I did play Night Stalkers at least at one tournament, and playing in the mirror match, every nerve roll is horrifying because there is no inspiring on the board right now. So this is going to be a very potentially swingy game where you just go, all right, I got a 12, game's over. So
Yeah, that's a really good point actually. Yeah, I hadn't thought of that. But man,
It's like
don't
playing
you
on
hate
hard
it
mode.
if you do have inspiring playing against Night Stalkers? Such a pain in the ass.
yes. Yep. Because
I'm
neither of
excited
them.
for this double bloodworm though. With that, what is it? Are they nerf 28?
Yes,
25,
25,
28.
25,
That's
28.
28.
Something I noticed too. I hadn't actually seen this before. I think this is on Nathan's list. Let me go double check. But that horror being able to pick up that aura for vicious for infantry, I didn't know that was a thing. That makes those bloodworm units pretty nasty.
Oh yeah.
And with Hammer of Measured Force.
40 attacks hitting on 4s.
Yeah, get 20 hits, and then with
And,
Hammer Measured Force, you're getting.
I think you put items on them too.
He did.
Just
Blessing of the Gods. So that'd be elite and vicious with 40 attacks hitting on 4s, and Hammer of Measured Force. Like whatever those bloodworms hit, they will kill. And
They do like what 14 damage to anything. I think.
Well, sure, but they're giving a defense buff to scarecrows though. Aren't they? With the Hammer of Measured Force.
Hey, they still do 12 wounds to anything. Okay.
And they're still
Love it or
with
hate
those
it.
items, they're still very expensive. So if they were to go down early, you're losing a big chunk of points. Like in the Northern King system, they're worth targeting to take off for sure.
Absolutely.
and then Blessing of the Gods on the other one, and then he's got Vicious and Banechan and Possibility on one of them.
Yeah.
Beat you down in one turn and take your lunch money. That's rough.
Do you think having Night Stalkers with no inspiring is a metaphor for the US leadership right now? Is that why we're
let's talk politics. All right.
over the last decade? Is that how we've ended up with this?
Matt,
I'm sorry, Matt. I think something's wrong with your microphone.
Someone knew me. Yeah. We've got our mathematician here if anyone needs maths too. I see Eric Arroyo has joined the chat. So if we need any maths on rolls, that's your man right there.
Yeah, I'll actually look at the chat this time. I know last night I totally forgot. So is direct mix fire? That's going to be Benson from last night. Is that right?
Yeah, Benson. Or actually, more often it's usually Matt than Benson. I think you can never tell. They both have access and both comment under it.
They just have to advertise at all times.
So we were chatting a little bit before we went live, looking at the rankings. Just so everybody knows, Adam Ballard currently has 119 points out of the 125 points available. Nathan Clevenger has 112, so he is 7 points behind him. And the next closest person is Keith Conroy in third with 105.
So Really,
So basically, a draw is bad for either of these guys. Whoever wins, wins.
well,
Yep.
in Northern Kings, you can get some high scoring draws. That's the thing to remember, especially this scenario. He can pick up some tokens, kill a lot of Nate's army, and still pick up like a
18.
14, 13, 14 point. I think max is what, 17 or something like that, probably.
And what'd you say, 119? Actually, so yeah, probably even with a draw.
Yeah, Adam's got a good shot as long as he
Well,
doesn't
you get
lose.
10, and if they beat the hell out of each other, they'll get anywhere from 4 points for killing things.
Yeah,
Like,
so-
you can get upwards to probably 17, 18 if you're doing it.
Yeah. So Keith
As long as they
certainly
go
can't
stay in
catch
the
them.
game,
Yeah, Keith can't catch them. Well, can't catch Adam anyway.
Sure.
But I can't imagine that Adam's going to be able to get across the board that quick and pick up those points if he were to get slaughtered and whatnot. This is going to be a duke out at the center point, and whoever wins can win big, I think.
I think we're going to see a lot of wind blasting,
That's
Which
gonna
is-
be fun.
which is a totally valid way to play this scenario. Is to move up just a 1 unit strength piece, wind blast your opponent's
Off
unit
of
strength
it.
that is holding the objective off, burn it, and then who cares about the sacrificial unit? It's done its job.
Yeah. Let's see if these guys know that or not. Maybe being top table masters, they might not.
They might not. Adam does have a lot of like little,
Singles.
50 mil dudes
the
that he can
flesh-
just throw up there,
flesh
one
workers.
1 unit strength piece, throw them up, wind blast a Bloodworm Legion 3 inches away, and then burn it. And there's my point. I'm done.
Yeah.
So if you can go first, you go first in this scenario.
Yeah. Yeah. This is
Yeah,
not.
no, definitely.
This is not a. I mean, you have one objective where going second is beneficial. Everything else you want to get there first, right?
Well, yeah,
I
because
think-
if your opponent is fast enough, he can literally fly over there and get in position, and it's going to be very difficult for you to keep him from burning your tokens out from under you.
Yeah.
It's interesting to see this. I think this is a scenario that's best watched and best seen against experienced players. I think it really can catch out, given it's so different to a lot of the others. Like if it was newer players, it can really catch them out. Like when you suddenly push forward your unit strength and go, oh, by the way, that's mine.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And given that it's end of player turn, not end of round. What's this comment from Talking Tactics? It's a real shame about that stealthy tax.
Both armies have paid for stealthy, but no one has any
right.
shooting affected
No,
by
no.
stealthy.
Well, they deserve to pay the tax then. Right?
Stuff that doesn't affect lightning bolt. Sorry, I don't use lightning bolt usually.
Yeah. So other stuff happening. Adam Ballard is, of course, playing Nathan on top table. Second table is Keith Conroy versus Corey Reynolds, which is going to hurt the Northeast for best region since their best two players are playing each other. Table 3 is Mark Taylor, which is Midwest, playing Jeff Radigan from the South. So your podium is likely to be made up of some combination of those players.
So I'm just looking at the two lists too, and so Adam will have, particularly if he goes first, a slight advantage in terms of the being able to reach out and shoot first, because he's got the Nate only has the horror with access, whereas Adam's got the 2 mind screeches.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, can I backtrack to maybe a stupid question? Lightning bolt, is it not affected by stealthy?
No, it's not.
No. Okay.
No.
Go me.
Only by cover.
All
All
right,
right,
so
so
it
it looks like Nate's going first.
Nathan has won the roll and is going first. Good for him. Moving up his fiends, it looks like, on the far left there to start.
I'm also pretty psyched to see this planar apparition running around.
Yeah, that could be big in this game.
They're beautiful. I found those things with bark skin to be hilarious.
Barks.
Yeah,
Cast on
you
what,
get
like
success-
bloodworms and
you get
stuff?
success. No, like if you had bark skin on planar apparitions, I've done it a few times. It's funny because they're defense 3.
Oh,
They have
yeah,
ensnare.
I get you. Yeah, I wish Barkskin got a little more love, but it is kind of one of those things that seems a lot better on paper than it is in live.
My predominant army is 6 legions of zombies, so I'm going to tell you I found bark skin to be delicious.
Yeah.
Shakira down. That's what I like to hear.
Guts Kenpachi.
Yeah, nice. He's got a good point. The way Adam has layered up his army and will move it forward in layers is going to make it hard to wind blast any of his units off of things.
Yeah, it looks
If
like
you for people that aren't in the US, if you remove the armies, are either of these guys typically finish better?
they're both
Then each
usually pretty good Because Adams, I know, come in like top 3 before, and Nate's usually competing with top tables. Most tournaments I've seen him in, so
Yep.
they're not.
These are both people who would be on people's short lists year over year as someone that can potentially win the Masters. It's just the question of like, is it their year?
Yeah. And they're just it's not just because they're playing Night Stalkers. They were already good, and then they decided, let's up my odds of winning by playing Night Stalkers like everybody fucking else.
Should be in the
Yep.
pocket there where they can't see you.
Adam's from the mountain region, from Nebraska, and Nathan, I believe, is from Alabama in the southeast, where he regularly plays against Jeff O'Neill, who has the really nasty goblin shooting list. So that's why he's playing Night Stalkers.
Another reason to take Night Stalkers. Yep.
Right.
And Mike, did you say is there a region that's prime to take best region at the moment?
I would have to go through and look. It was looking like the Northeast and the Mid-Atlantic were looking pretty good, but a lot of their folks have lost in the last couple of rounds, and Table 2 is the top 2 Northeast players playing each other. So you hate to see that because, of course, one of them is going to lose or they're going to tie, so they're going to...
So are you telling me the South isn't up there?
Well, see, here's the thing: is the South wasn't looking great at first, but like they've kind of submarined. So now, like Brad McKay's on table 4, Dustin Howard is on table 5, Jeff Radigan is on table 3. So they have crept back up there. We'll have to see how this last round goes, but I would not count anybody out.
And is it top 4 or all 8 that?
I'm not sure which one they're doing this time.
Okay.
They kind of go back and forth as to whether it's the top 4 or the whole team.
And who makes that? It's the Masters Committee as a whole that makes that decision, right? Not the hosts.
I think so. There's a weird set of decisions. Some that the Masters Committee makes, some that the TO gets to make, and I forget which is which. Honestly, some things are like it must be specified in the bid when you bid to run Masters. You have to say like whether you'll do 4 games in 2 or 3 and 3, or which scoring system they'll do and stuff like that. And some things the Masters Committee will just decide and tell you. Yeah, it's kind of a weird process.
Fair.
So it looks like Nate's finished up turn 1. He looks like he tried some shooting, but didn't do any wounds. I can't see any wound dice out.
Yeah, he only got a couple of hits with his wind blast, I think, and didn't wound with it, if I could see correctly. It's all his real shooting.
And we are off.
Adam's just going to go ahead and give up a flank to half of Nate's army. Why the fuck not?
Gotta get some.
Maybe. So.
They're scarecrows. They're built to die.
What? Oh, he's backing up.
Coward.
Yeah, soft.
16
Jesus.
there. Because just 16, right? You don't have any wild charge anywhere? No. Okay.
Adam's a veteran. He knows to say 16. Wait, but is there any other bullshit here that you're going to try to slip out in the last second? That always hurts me at tournaments when people go, "Oh, you asked me what their movement was, and I told you I didn't tell you they wild charge 1."
I said not at the moment.
That's why I asked what their maximum threat is. That's happened to me so many times.
I just don't get people that play like that. Like, it's like, is it really fun to win that way?
Some people love winning, man.
There's people that play with all their video games with cheats at all times. I just want to win.
I'm just psyched anytime I get past turn 3. I'm like, I'm just glad to be here.
The winner is Kings of War.
Mark's just after that participation trophy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It shouldn't be too hard if we had a quick run through what units are what. We haven't done that, have we? So it looks like if we started with Nate while Adam's moving, that's Fiends down on the left, is it?
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, and then a couple of regiments of
Soul Flayers.
Yep. And then what's that behind them?
It's Rift Weaver.
Rift Weaver. Yep. And then in the middle, another regiment of Soul Flayers, another Rift Weaver.
No, that's the planar apparition.
That's Splinter.
Oh, that's planar. Okay.
The dot.
Right. Okay, then he's got his 2 Bloodworms and his 4th Soul Flayers.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right. Okay. And then
And then that's either Shakira or the Banshee behind the Bloodworms.
yes. And then was there another individual as well?
He has both Shakira and a Banshee
He's got 3. And a horror.
and a horror. You're right.
So I'm not sure where the other two are. I
He's
can't
got
quite
two
see
over there
them.
behind the impassable. I'm assuming that's going to
Oh.
be the.
Oh yeah, okay.
Banshee. Yeah, so the
That's
horror is
true.
probably staying with the bloodworms, right, for that vicious. So that's
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
going to be the Banshee and the
And
Shakira
Shakira.
over there on that flank hiding. He
Yep.
did declare that they're both out of line of sight by the means of that corner of the impassable. So
Yep.
he's looking to get on a flank and be annoying over there.
Right. And then for Adams, he's got this is going to be one of his hordes of scarecrows. That's going to be soul flayers. These are his mind screeches. That is what is that one? His butcher flesh rippers, probably.
Yeah.
Yep. And then that kind of purple and white thing there, that is his horror rift weaver. That'll be more soul flayers, more scarecrows.
Come on.
That's probably another butcher flesh ripper there.
Sons of bitches.
Over here, scarecrows, soul flayers, scarecrows, soul flayers.
Just gotta murder my own guys real quick.
Where are his troops? And his troops of reapers are probably behind
That's one right there, I think.
these back there. Yeah, there's
Yeah.
one.
Oh yeah, the other one's at the top of the screen. He's just
Yep.
got it off right now. Yeah.
Hide those guys.
And he did. Yeah, no, last game he hid them against Corey Reynolds. He hid them behind. He had like scarecrows, then soul flayers, then the reapers behind them.
So I guess the other way to play this scenario is not go for the other side and just play defense, and then fight for the middle one at the end.
It's a risky one.
You could.
But
If you're trying to get a lot of points, that's a bad way to go. But if you have a commanding
Yeah, I
lead like Adam, then yeah, you might be able to do that.
I feel
So
like
like
that'd
he
be
could-
really hard to do because both sides have access to Enthrall and Windblast, though.
Yeah.
So if you really
That's
just
true.
want to dive bomb and just be like, suck it, probably
That's it.
Windblast 2 units away and be like, I'm just going to burn this and you can kill me, whatever.
Although, what's his name? Adam at the top has positioned, so he can't be wind blasted back.
Yeah.
So
I
in
need to
theory,
you can wind blast 4
Well, it
units
depends.
one at a time.
It depends. They're all height 4 and 5 for their Windblast mostly, so they could target
true.
over
Yeah.
them and just move them back.
Alright, call
Yeah.
that good. So shooting time.
Just
Yeah,
Windblast
listen
everywhere.
in.
Lightning bolts into the soul players in the back.
Yep, Starwood.
Yes, sir. So it'll be 5s and then 3s.
So
66. I'm just
obviously,
gonna roll them both same
Nate
time.
has the banner somewhere, does he?
Rift Weavers have it built in.
Oh, do they? Okay.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
really freaking good.
Yep.
They also hit like a train, which a lot of people aren't ready for.
And
Well, wait,
four
wait,
wounds.
wait,
All right, we'll
wait,
take that
wait.
for sure.
That's big. 4 wounds
there
on that
is
soul flare.
That is.
Hex.
No, it's
You're
fire.
blocked off there, and I don't think.
Every nerve roll is going to be exciting.
Yep.
as well. So we'll wind blast this unit just to move it back to half.
Playing in
inch.
hardcore mode.
Got it.
Yeah. The base bottle's sticking out too much, but
When you Windblast a
We
unit,
are, I think, just
Power
out of
moves.
18 there. We got
he's
that.
backstopped. Yeah.
So that should be everything. Nothing to hex because that is something I need to check. All right. Am I over your base here?
Yeah.
Okay. I will wind blast then. So 4 inches backwards, please.
So I think that Adam actually just caught himself having made a mistake there. So
Uh,
that was his Dread Fiend back there. I think he opened up that
and
corner a
just
little
because we
bit.
can, we'll hex them.
yeah.
So he was wind blasting.
Yeah,
back.
it
I don't know
goes
if you're in
off,
front of
but
it.
I doubt you
Earlier
care.
enough.
So, all right. So that's all for shooting. Nerve test there. 4
we go.
plus a 6, nothing.
All right.
Here you go, sir.
So I don't know if that wind
Top of
blast.
turn 2.
Curious if that wind blast got the Soul Flares out of range or not.
I wanted that turn 1 first blood. The best kind.
Happened last game. It was a big
Yeah,
roll and
yeah,
a surprise, and it
Last
game.
definitely set the tempo for the game.
Last game was a lot of information.
It was.
That was rough.
Was it close or was it like a pounding? I didn't get to
Oh,
watch.
it was.
It was
was
a
bad.
double. It was 2 really bad nerve checks in one person's favor, basically. So it's just a cascading failure on one side.
Adam spiked or
Yes,
didn't?
Adam spiked, and then Corey snake eyes something on his next turn.
Yeah. But neither of them were like, oh, that's not that big a deal. Like both of them were pretty huge, and it was just right in the beginning of the game, basically.
Yeah, it was like turn one. Adam picked up one of Corey's regiments of impalers
The 10.
on like a 10.
Yeah.
Jeez.
And then Corey snake eyes a horde of scarecrows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, never good.
That he should have picked up. Yeah.
All right, we got some fighting going. Fiends are going in on scarecrows.
Yeah, they can see over the hill, so away they go.
The soul flayers with 4 wounds are going to charge the flesh ripper.
Yeah, I don't know that's Nathan's benefit over here.
Just get him in the way, I suppose.
Yeah, he didn't have anything else back there.
To burn
Yeah,
the token.
true. Oh yeah, he could burn the token if he pops the.
Even if
Yeah.
he doesn't pop, he has enough between the 2 units because he has 5.
All right, that's 5 to 4. Yeah.
5 to 4.
I thought scarecrows were 4. They're 3.
No, they'll be 3 because they're cheap.
Yeah, so they're 3 and the other one's 1. So even if he doesn't kill them, he gets the token, which is probably good enough.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which is very interesting. I wonder, like, obviously, without being able to talk to them, you wonder if Adam saw that.
That's an easy thing to kind of just like overlook in the moment of trying to set yourself up, especially when your
Absolutely.
opponent has tons of flying units everywhere, just like you do.
Yeah, he's trying to stay back and away when in
Yeah.
reality he should have been uptight, not losing
Because-
that point.
Yeah,
they're
one
both
of
very
those mind
smart.
creatures could have easily been forward.
And they're both
Right.
very smart and took more than 2 units of soul flares. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's why Chavez is failing here this weekend for us, Mike. He only took 2 regiments, man.
That's right.
Yeah,
That double
he's-
Shadow Hulk is not paying off as well as it should have.
Was he in like 8th or something? He's not doing bad.
I forget. I'll look real quick.
Yeah.
So,
Now-
I mean, the other benefit of that positioning there is I don't think he hasn't really opened up a flank, has he, to anything. So when even if he doesn't go through, I don't think he'll have opened up a flank. So it's really a reasonably low risk proposition for him to hold up that side.
I have a question. Has anyone seen Shakira use her install to pull a unit into her for combat yet?
not that I've seen today.
No, I've seen the real life Shakira use it, but not
Zing.
It's gonna be a fun game.
I thought it'd be too early for you to crack jokes over there in Australia, Matt, but I guess,
No,
I guess
mate.
he's still
I get up early.
Talked about tactics for the first 5 minutes, then it just spiraled into madness.
That's right.
Here's a token under you.
We
That's
haven't
okay.
even hit total wall yet, Mike.
I know. I was waiting for the right time.
Waiting for a lull in play.
Yeah.
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 If the game
I,
takes a hard turn against somebody and the action drops off, then so
Yeah.
how about anything coming up you guys looking forward to?
So- Is that middle supposed to be a forest that it took trees off of, or is that just rough, difficult terrain?
I would say that's
I think that's rough. Yeah.
I think
Oh,
that's
is it?
the rough, yeah. Yeah, it's got the rocks on
I
it
think the
So
bottom
where's
right,
the forest?
the bottom right, and the top left,
in the top
where the
left. Yeah.
mine screeches
Oh,
are,
got it. Okay.
and then hill. I think that's a hill that Adam's like entire army's
Yep.
on. Is that right?
It is. Yep. The hill with the rocks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, weird terrain here this weekend.
I think they're using Epic Dwarf maps, but
I mean, just that forest in the bottom right. I mean, that's like
18.
the smallest forest space I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
I hate 3D terrain so much.
I mean, having said that, to produce however many tables of terrain they needed to produce, it's a tough thing. But I guess you've got to be prepared to do that when you put in the bid, right?
yep. To do 32 tables and plus however many best of the rest tables
Oh,
you
yeah.
can muster for other people.
They won the
talking-
bid long ago, so they've had time.
Yeah.
Sure.
Talking Tactics is asking me a direct question. What's it been like to watch a high-level gameplay? Yeah, thanks, Mike. Oh, well, look, I mean, if I answer honestly, you know, this is all amateur stuff compared to Australia. So,
I'm scared now.
to be honest, I've learned jack shit.
Bunch of convicts talking about this crap.
Yeah, like, you know, where Mike's talking about, you know, if someone didn't tell you about wild charge, well, down here, after the game, you just get a punch in the nuts and, you know, they tie you up and leave you out the back.
Oh no, that still happens around here. That's fine.
Yeah.
Sometimes the game's not even involved.
That's just for fun. Except in
You might have
America,
to-
we're men about it. We use guns.
And here I was about to say the punch in the nuts cost extra.
Yeah.
It always does.
Yeah, it depends who's delivering it.
That sounds
All
better.
right.
It sounds more like
All right.
Germany or something.
Oh, we're in.
Okay, we got some things going on. Sorry.
Here we go.
Woo!
Hello.
Leroy
Leroy
You know what?
Jenkins.
Fuck this whole playing defense thing.
I know.
Yeah, you're true. Throw out my earlier comment. I guess, I mean, Nate has to win big, right?
Nate has
This-
entered the building.
So did you give up a flank though? Is that Soulflare regiment going to get flanked by the other Soulflares on Adam's side over there? I guess the trees might be in the way.
Nathan has 112 points, so he has 7 points behind Adam. But Keith Conroy is the next person down, only has 105, so he is 7 points ahead of Keith Conroy. So he needs a solid win, but he doesn't need he doesn't need like a 24 to clinch
Yeah.
first place or anything like that.
No one told me about Nathan's flowing, gorgeous hair.
Yeah, it's been.
He's grown that during the pandemic. He used to
He
be
has.
like
Used to be
bowl cut kind of
a
dude,
little bit of a little bit of shaggy.
in
boy.
my heart.
and now he's just full on Yeti, Bigfoot looking mountain man.
And
What you gonna do?
Adam's got that on his face. So
Yeah.
So this is what we call in Australia going balls deep early. You know,
It's the only time to do it, I
Oh,
guess.
wait! I got something for that.
well, let's see if he blows his load too early as well.
Like,
So,
did you already have that?
yeah.
I,
We've been doing these for a while. All kinds of wacky shit. Like we get bored or punchy during one of these streams. I just start making banners with whatever random
for a
shit.
second, I thought you were just going to go, we've been doing this for a while and just stop talking and be like, is that your explanation? Candidate?
That's the only explanation I need, man.
Do I need to go back and figure it out?
Let's go to the tape.
I'm really curious about that Soulflare regiment of Adams up there. There's two regiments of Soulflares do not break a scarecrow horde, right? Where's our math guy?
They don't.
Where's Eric? Eric, give us the percentages on that. I think it's going to be very low.
14
It's a
wins.
single 7, I think.
He also left
Yeah,
his
there's no
horror Rift Weaver
inspiring.
back to babysit that one token, so he hasn't totally abandoned defense on that side.
No, he's height 5. I can
Yeah, the
Because-
no inspiring is weird.
I
Yeah,
guess he's worried about the mind screeches.
shifted a little bit more over this way.
because they do what? 8 hits, 7 wounds, 6 wounds,
Yeah,
dash 21.
So it's like 13. I mean, it's
13.
possible, but if he doesn't, he's going to get flanked by that other regiment of Soulflares,
Does
proper
he have
Soulflare
anything
regiment.
that he can bring up there for Dread?
I don't think he can see him. I don't
The Rift
think-
Weaver.
And the Rift
They
Weaver's still sitting on the token.
Yeah, the Rift Weaver does have dread. I mean, I'm just wondering, is there might be a small little line between that. I mean, I know the trees are in the way and the Soulflares are also height 4, but I think there's still a little time. No, he doesn't have it. I don't know. It's too crazy.
That'd be a punch in the balls. Like,
Because if he doesn't break, I mean, I'm
We're
pretty
talking
sure
about these soul flares?
The top left.
Oh,
No,
these
no,
soul flares.
top
Soul
left.
players at the top
Yeah.
left come flank that other unit, right?
Right in the
True.
middle of the screen
And
there.
I
Yes,
don't
I know.
know.
And they pop them, and then they're in the middle of the fucking battlefield. I mean, that Rift Weaver's there to deal with it, I guess.
I don't
but,
know.
like,
I don't know if that Reaper unit, that little troop right there, if their flank of the other one is in their line of sight.
And they're rolling dice. So
3 wins.
yeah.
2 wounds. Or 3. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
so
I'm
I think the left wasn't a bad move, but I'm not convinced about this center.
Yeah.
And the second shot's going to go with the Soul Flayers next to it.
and it'll come down to the dice.
2 hits.
2 Soulflares versus
No
Scarecrow
wins?
Horde without inspiring. 48.2% of route.
All right.
Wow.
All right.
Okay.
All right, I've got 3
Coin flip,
covered
then.
lightning bolts.
Flip that coin. See what
Got
happens.
The
If it does, it's big.
conjure stuff. Get a hit. Need a deuce.
Spell word.
Thank you.
Spell ward.
Sorry. So, and then Mind Fog from the planar app on it. Get it?
Yes.
Spices.
So I need a nerve test at what? How many wounds are on him now?
3, 4 with the shatter.
Good old chattering mind fog.
Waver.
And
That's pretty big.
that's our Rift Weaver.
Yeah, that's pretty big.
Yeah, so
Okay.
What's the nerve on a Rift Weaver?
Like 11, 13.
11,
Yeah.
13.
So
Party
you
time.
get it.
All right.
Party
All right,
time.
let's see what happens.
Yeah. Drum roll.
Tackle and fuel.
Oh, did he
Still
roll
got
the nerve?
24 out
He
here.
didn't
We're
get
going
it.
to start with the
Oh, he mustn't have got it. He must have rolled it.
soul flares on
He
the Butcher
wavered.
Flesh Ripper. So it'll be 3s and 3s.
Threes and threes. So which one's he doing the first? The
This is
Soul
Soul
Flares
Flares
on the
against the Butcher Rift Weaver.
10 hits.
Ooh, there's a roll.
Oh, that's a big
10 out
hit
of
roll.
10 out of 12. All right.
There's some ones.
Coming out swinging.
6.
No, 7.
6. Okay.
Wow.
Single 7.
I need a 7 to kill him.
Wavered him.
No, he's fearless 14.
He's-
Oh, you're right. Yeah. Sorry. All right. The fiends on the scarecrows, 3s and 2s. Up at 4s and 2s.
Where's 2?
Where's Vicious?
4s and 2s with the vicious. Oh.
That could have been better. There's a whole pile of not good in here.
Well put.
3 right there. I look at the clock.
How many did he get right there?
All of them convert. What do we got
So
there?
7 wins.
8.
8.
8. That is not
Big numbers.
enough.
Can't break them.
That is not enough.
Dash 21.
Roll a
Not having
13.
Red or brutal over there.
Roll 13. Just roll
I'm
better.
still going to pop that token with 5 unit strength on it.
Sure.
Okay.
There it is.
So,
That's
And
1
it
point for me.
begins.
I'll just remove it right now.
Yes,
all right, next up right here, I'm just going to roll them all together. It's all 3s and 2s. Man.
Oof.
Oh, no.
Ooh, not a good roll.
But if he
Oh,
wounds
yeah,
everything.
that was more
I
ugly
think
than
that
I thought
percentage chance went
originally.
down.
Yeah.
Oh, no. No, that was all right, I think.
That wasn't.
Oh.
4 1s right there in the middle, wasn't it?
9.
9.
Oh, wow.
Good
Still
kill
got
them.
9. Oh, he rolled them all together, didn't he?
18, no. But I don't know how much unit strength you have on there right now.
3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay.
Your
Yep. So, and you got the token underneath there?
Yep, that one's already burned. So,
Your turn, too.
okay.
All right.
So,
Ugh.
That will bring us to the bottom of turn 2. Nathan is up
Yep, he's
1
looking.
point.
He's looking for that charge I was just talking about. Look at that. There it
This-
is.
oh, yeah.
There it is. He's got it.
I told you.
He's
That's
got it.
got to be what he's.
I think he's got it in there.
Oh, yeah, he can see him because the
That sliver
like,
right there
four
through the
and everything.
trees.
Oh, yeah.
They're all the same height.
Oh, yeah, you can totally see him unless he moves this first.
Yeah,
I'm not sure about this.
Let's
He
see.
already.
Is he
Yeah,
trying to
check
just move
it.
that to make sure that he doesn't go into terrain if he shuffles him over? Which
Oh, got it. Yeah, you're probably right. Yeah. So much smart play.
power moves. I just love it.
What-
Mike, who invited the Australian in?
There's nobody left.
I don't even own any books, Ray. Sorry.
Well, I know.
Yeah, Matt's on the clock too. They're just full of criminal activity over there.
They're the southern colony. We're the northern colony.
I didn't realize like there was so much animosity amongst the British Commonwealth nations, but I'm learning so much about international relations right now. It's amazing. I'm gonna try to get them both taking
No,
taking,
we
taking,
love
taking a piss
fun
on New
North
Zealand here in a minute.
Americans.
Oh, look! Oh, so he just put the Rift Weaver in the flank of that Soul Flare. So this Soul Flare can come flank over there.
Oh,
That might be the game
wow.
changer right there.
Yeah.
That's huge. That opens up a lot for Adam.
I was surprised.
Well, with those two goes, he gets a pretty free walk down to that token, doesn't he? Where there's only unit strength 1.
yeah.
So,
Yeah, but that Rift Weaver is going to come in and could do some damage to those.
mm,
And we know that there's no Inspire in here, so his Rift Weavers could just pop them. But he's going to get 2 regiments of Soul Flares here for the loss of maybe a regiment of Soul Flares, but probably not.
Yeah.
well, even if you think about the scoring method, even if it then went to, I mean, even if he lost from here, he may start picking up enough points just to win
Yeah,
on the positive
Yeah, I
scoring
think-
system.
that was a really big play right there.
Oh
Though,
God!
coming behind. Oh, he's hitting a flank. Is he charging with a Mind Screech in the flank?
I think he did.
Fucking balls to the wall, Ballard.
What?
Is Adam my hero?
Adam balls you.
Well, I think the thing about that too, right, though, is that it easily gets him on the other side.
Yes. Yeah, no,
So
it's a good move.
it transfers his unit strength behind the other units, which he couldn't have otherwise got.
And being that fiends are pretty slow, or pretty low defense, that's 10 attacks in the flanks. He's doing 2 or 3 more extra wounds. So
Well, and the Flesh Ripper down the bottom can't see it, so it's a pretty low risk move.
yeah, I'm assuming that Rift Weaver's facing the middle of the
Or
board.
Rift
there,
Weaver.
right?
Yeah, I would imagine so.
Yeah, I would guess so. Yeah. All right. Well, they are
Use the
definitely
mind
wasting no time on the
Face.
left.
Glorious.
They are just both all in on the left.
Yeah, just going.
So we'll see if Adam moves up more on the right or if he's content to stare at those bloodworms for another turn or two while he finishes resolving whatever's happening on the left.
Neil's scenario is raise.
I could see where people might be confused at this point.
Oh God, what did I miss? What did I miss?
We already played Invade.
Mike, I like your shield over there on the ground back there against the wall.
I wish it was mine.
Yeah,
That's from actually Adkins' tournament.
It could be yours.
It is.
I mean, it's in my house, so I get to call it
In your
mine.
house.
Alex finally has his own house though, so you can start making him
I
take
know.
that stuff.
Well, I made him take that ugly fucking Orktown prize that he had. It was like the stuffed peacock head or whatever the fuck
Yeah,
it was.
or just keep the shield and send him a text that just literally is the picture of that and it just says "Fight me in hell." Problem solved.
I do have a battle hammer somewhere in here that
Yeah. Is
would
Alex
defeat
Fry?
that shield. Huh?
Is
Alex Fry?
Neither of us are. Let's put it that way.
Bottom of turn 2, top table, final round U.S. Masters. Night Stalker mirror match. No inspiring anywhere on the table.
You love to see it.
Yeah.
Nathan is currently up 1 point. He powered through enough unit strength on the far left to burn one at the end of that last round, but it is going to cost him some units to have done so.
Then 2/3 of the table just exploded.
Right.
Yeah. This is where imagine if this was like old Warhammer and the Snake Eyes got all your wounds back or something like that on the Scarecrows or the 6.
Yeah, let's not talk about that game.
Out come the proxies. All right,
Oh,
Adam,
boy.
you have a plan. What is it?
We're watching games, Thomas.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Well, I just remembered I meant to pay my staff today. That was good.
Ooh, that's classy right there.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Here I am
You're good,
commentating war games, and then all of a sudden someone said, and I'm like, oh,
That's right. You're coming to us from the future. It's a work day. There.
Adkins, what do you know about work days?
yeah.
After what I've been doing all weekend, this is work, man.
Yeah.
Full time here.
Weekend.
I'm not even at the Masters. I still work full time all weekend on it.
How long has it been since you retired? What, 5 years at this point?
Yeah, 5 going on 6.
I read it in an ancient history book. I didn't own the book, but yeah, the time that Mike worked.
Dinosaurs roamed the earth.
So Adam got his Dread Fiend out there into the Soul Flares. Didn't see that one coming. I thought,
Wow.
Yeah.
that's big. Yeah, this is
Someone just like hits full gas on you with no brakes, and you're like, I will just do the same exact thing.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you have a good plan. Let's just keep doing that.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
God. Double charge this one here. Okay. I guess I
It's
should make
interesting.
sure they were closer, but this one I'll need a roll. 2 were better on my wild charge, so they'll be able to go in.
All right. He made the wild charge roll.
Wild
So
charge. Yeah, because Scarecrows have wild charge.
Wild charge C3.
Yeah, but they're speed 4.
apparently.
They're like
right here, yeah.
over here.
scarecrows.
So,
Oh, jeez. Look,
before I move in there,
we're
A
getting
brisk wind.
we're getting some shade in the comments here. Those who can't host the commentary.
You are correct,
Ooh.
fellows.
Yeah, talking tactics. I play zombies. My soul's dog shit.
The only thing worse than us is those who are commentating on us.
Yeah.
Feels right.
Let me see. Where is that ban from YouTube button? I know it's in the interface somewhere.
Call your boy Zuck and get him off Facebook.
So
I do know some
Adam's
people
obviously
that work at
just decided
Google. I
to
might be able to
return
get him
surfing.
banned from YouTube. We'll give that a try. Anyway, things to worry about tomorrow during a workday.
Yeah, there you go. What were you saying, Matt?
So Adam's obviously just gone now with the return serve, and let's just get this game done.
It's just
Option.
may as well.
No, I think
Yep. Dropping the
Adam
release.
got those two Reaper troops to clean up. I mean, I think ultimately those Bloodworms are going to win those fights, right? But
if you put some wounds on them and I don't know,
Reapers
goes
come
up
in.
or something like that, you're like whatever.
Yeah, I'm assuming that's about delaying now while he wins the center
I think
and the
Reaper
left, right?
troops themselves have 15 attacks, right?
Yeah, they're more than that. I think they're like 20.
Is it 20?
Yeah,
And the
20
regiment's
attacks on
25?
threes and crush one. Yeah,
Yeah. Oh, good God.
yeah. So I mean, they absolutely love seeing something like defense 4, right, out of those worms.
Mm.
Yeah, just winning on threes. They don't give a shit.
Yeah, doing 9 wounds each, 8 to 9, right?
I think Adam has finished moving everything into charge.
Because basically from here, Nate probably can't get that back right token. He can't get the middle token.
And he's just shooting at the Rift Weaver back there.
the wound. Got 2 wounds.
Why not?
Let's see what he gets there. That's big.
On a Rift Weaver, that's
Everything else is in
11, 13.
combat, so
Yeah,
nerf
you just
test.
know it's uninspired.
It's okay. 9.
You're fine. All right. So
Bottom of 2, still haven't killed anything. Let's see if he does some in combat.
Something's got to die this
Something's
look
done
down,
here.
like, where's the
Gotta happen.
inspiring? What's like? Yeah.
Where's the
We're
inspiring?
gonna go against this unit first. So 30
On
dice
table
here
2,
on
that's where the
5s and
inspiring
4s.
is.
Hopefully, Adam clarified which symbols are 1s and which ones are 6s.
That was really
Pretty
good.
good roll.
Really good. It's like 50% on fives.
Shit.
Fours,
I tried that
and
comment in
that's
game
even
2 and
better
was told
fours
too
roll,
soon.
looks like.
That's like 9.
That was yesterday. Now it's
9
fine.
wounds.
Yeah.
You just do 9 wounds to the fiends with.
So 12 attacks then from the soul players,
Nope, it was to a regiment of soul flayers.
3s and
Okay.
2s.
So he's going to clear out that center right now.
Jesus.
Yeah, I hate to be this kind of guy
So,
already, but this
5,
game's
8
over,
more.
man.
So that's big.
Adam is going to run.
It's looking rough.
Adam's going to run.
Saw that first
Oh,
one. I was
is that
like,
a double?
ooh. Then
Oh, no,
yeah.
that wasn't a double one. No, that's obviously, is that a symbol? Okay.
All right. Charge threads 14 on the planer, right?
Correct.
Two.
Yeah, I mean, Guts
That doesn't
Kenpachi
look like
is saying
a
Bloodworms
key
will win.
hit.
It doesn't matter if the
Yeah.
Bloodworms win
Yeah.
down there.
No.
The whole job is delayed. He's still got 2
They're
troops
definitely going to
behind
win, but you may as well get some wounds on it while you're doing it.
him. Yeah, it's going to take 3 turns for them to win
And
that
he
side of
doesn't
the
have
board.
Pathfinder, right?
He's not. No Pathfinder, no Strider.
4 attacks, hitting on 4s, crush 1. Yeah. Yeah.
He's worried about a planar apparition charging in his soul flares. That's what this game's come to already.
4 attacks, but it hits on 3s.
Yeah.
4s
I think
because of
I'll
hindered.
just-
4s get hindered, sure. But it has ensnare, and if it grounds them, then
Okay.
Could be
got-
an on.
Flank here.
and it's got regen 4 up, so like it
taking
could grind it out
6
over
out,
a few
So I
turns.
have 24 now.
But then it's not healing. So
Right,
Hitting
right.
on 3s, wounding on 2s.
By other soul flayers.
yeah,
Stay on
this is
Doesn't want to stay up there. Another good
Yeah,
roll,
I
man.
mean, it's hard to see short of multiple double ones any path to victory from here, isn't it?
6 misses.
Yeah,
It's,
this
uh,
is,
Hits.
It's intense.
I bet you Night Stalkers are going to win.
Thanks, Ray. The genius commentary we brought you for.
man.
Yeah.
Anybody want to give him odds on
We've
that?
got, it's like during a sports game, the guy who does
Late,
specialist
just
comments.
projecting into the
Yeah.
future.
All right, so that picks up
Big nerve roll to boot.
the second regiment
Curious
of
where he turns these guys. Do they get towards
Nathan
the
Soul
tip?
Reavers there in the middle.
He is going to
He knows better than to give up that fletch. There you go.
like that, I believe.
A little bit more. A little bit more.
Block his flank.
Just tap it in.
So,
Go
alrighty.
Get your hole.
We'll go. I'm sure. Yeah, that's 6 inches. So. We'll go with the Soul Flares. So D6 plus 6 in the flank.
They've always been. My mind's been the same thing all weekend. So
6 out, so 24 attacks in the flank. Hitting on 4s because we're hindered. And wounding on 3s.
That's from the Rift Weaver, right?
Yep, that's Rift Weaver
Yeah,
for
it
him.
is.
Max attacks from the Rift Weaver in the flank of the Soul Flayers on the left.
And just rolls max attacks.
Yikes.
Definitely good. I'll take it. Take it all day.
my chest dice never roll this well.
Yeah, neither do mine, boy. None of my dice do.
So that's 5,
Nine.
9 wounds.
Except for 13.
All right.
At this point, I think
you want
talking
me
about
to
the
just do
dice is
snakes? I got
irrelevant
5
for
more
him,
from the
right?
butcher, but I'll just roll once, and if it
Wouldn't have
happens,
mattered.
I'll just roll his attacks. Nope. The big nerve rolls to boot.
All right.
Soul Flayers are evaporating quick.
From
They
Just
are
three regiments of
players.
players.
Nathan is down to one
Going to-
regiment of Soul Flayers, but it's in
engaged.
combat on the far
Oh,
right,
okay.
And
Yeah,
it didn't charge. That's
and it did not charge.
Stay there. Like that.
Yeah.
Okay. So, last one. So we got 10 in the flank
Let's see how much that one
on
screech does in combat.
4s and 4s.
Mr. Mind Screech. Coming out with the MMA combos.
5 hits. 2 wounds.
Wounds on the
Sensitive.
fiends. All right.
And then
Let's see if that
all
makes a
30
difference.
from the front. 5s and 4s.
Fiends are 16, 18.
Let me survive this.
I think so.
Defense 4, though, is just paltry. Dude, look how many hits he got with 5s right there. Oh, he took you out. So
Okay.
3,
Yeah, yeah.
6, 9, 10 hits out of 25 on 5s.
Out of 30.
30.
So
Out of 30. Okay, so average.
that's on average.
5, 8 wounds.
With
That's
10.
not.
That's
Red just in range. Got an 8.
And they're gone.
You are not.
Paige just made a comment
I'm
like that.
evaporating here.
That's not what I expected to happen on.
Not what I expected to happen either. Well, I expected
So,
both of these zombie regiments. I expected that Scarecrow Horde and that Scarecrow Horde to both be gone.
So now
Yeah.
for Nate, there's pretty
I
much
wasn't
no avenue
Too
to
sure
getting
about this
the
because
top
just
2
because hitting on
tokens.
4s. But I was thinking this
no
one was
avenue
done
to
for
claiming
him.
the middle token.
So I'm gonna
Adam's
face
going
that
to
way,
pick up 25 points.
and then this one's gonna overrun.
yeah.
3
Jesus
inches.
Christ. So Adam will finish with
There they are.
Alright.
Is,
40.
I guess I got all those combats, don't I? All right.
There's
I
Adam
need some of this
with,
stuff to stick. If it doesn't stick, I'm in deep trouble here.
I doubt I'm gonna kill anything over here.
Me
So
too.
5 attacks against these guys. 3s, 2s with vicious.
He only rolled 4 dice.
So I got 3.
Might have been one off screen.
Nothing.
are we seeing the classic
Alright.
Adam Scarecrows
5,
inside of the table move again?
12 from
Yeah,
the Soul
maybe.
Flares.
All right. So the other Soul Flayers are grounded over there on the far right. And now we're going up against Bloodworm
8
Legions.
wounds.
Yeah. So 8 wounds.
5s and 4s from the Horde.
8 wounds from Soul Players.
Yeah.
Yeah, tell me those things are fair.
Right. 12 attacks, 8 wounds. Come on now.
Jesus Christ. It's not that crazy. 3s and 2s and 12 attacks.
It looks like
Love it.
turns into 5 or 4 wounds.
So I'm at 11.
Okay. I'll roll it, but it doesn't matter. 5 attacks here from the Butcher. 3s and 2.
Bloodworm Legions are 25, 28.
2 wounds.
Mhm.
They're softening up.
No inspiring
Then-
on the board.
From the board, 5s and 4s.
Do Life Leech 2, which is some saving grace, but that's all he's got left over there.
Really good.
And those Reapers are in the back.
I know that's the problem, right? Is
The
you only
vengeance
need-
of Stratus' dice are here.
not to mention another Riftweaver chilling back there too.
All right, so that's another 5.
Babysitting a token.
So then you have 10 total.
Can't do anything. Here you go.
Oof. Rough turn for Nate.
Roughest
Yeah.
of turns.
So anybody that's joining late here, on the left you see Adam's army, and Nate's is gone. On the right you see what's left of Nate's army that's gonna be gone. I don't know what else to say. It's been not pleasant for him.
So, the only thing going for Nate here now is if somehow, which is really unlikely, those bloodworms keep surviving until the end of the game because there's 2 tokens under there. But it's not going to matter because Adam will get the bottom left and the center at the very least.
Yeah.
And under Northern Kings, the center is worth 2, which
I don't
means
I don't know.
No, it's not. That's hold on.
That's for bonus points.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Is it still only counts as 1 for winning,
for winning.
but
Yeah.
if you have it at the end, you get 2 points, tournament points.
So at very best for Nate, it's a draw.
No, I think because he can do Shakira, enthrall the Reapers. The Bloodworms can, in theory, pick up the Scarecrows in 1 turn of combat.
Yeah,
But
but then
then
they,
there's a
they
second
still
round
have
of-
they still have the Flesh Ripper, the Soul Flayers, the other Dread Fiend to go through. Another regiment of Soul Flayers about to jump in. Another Flesh Ripper is about to jump in. He's not going to be able to get past all that. It's just,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So on the left, do you take that Horror Riftweaver and throw it into one of those small units and try to pick it up? What's the target over there on the left, do we think? With his last unit there.
I mean,
Try to pick up Soul Flayers, try to pick up a Mind Screech. No, I can't see a Mind Screech.
Can you get to the other Horror Riftweaver?
He might be able to sneak by the Soul Flayers and get to the other Horror Riftweaver, but I doubt it.
no, it's that flank was covered when Adam moved that Soul Flare regiment. He made sure to keep that Soul Flare or that
Okay.
Rift Weaver protected.
So he probably gets to try to go into the front of
Soul
a
Flare.
Soul Flare regiment and see if he can pick it up.
You think he's
Before he
gonna
dies.
install that other Soul Flare regiment that he has the flank on?
I don't think
That's
it's
out
that
of range.
close.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's only
it's not
speed
that
6.
fast.
It's too far away.
Looks like
That's it.
Soul Flares it is.
Yeah, Soul Flayers to the front. That's all you can do. But the Mind Screech goes and picks up the token.
There goes the planar apparition into the Soul Flayers in the middle.
Hell yeah.
Slow it down.
I don't know that I need a Bane Chan anywhere, so.
Yeah, his 2 individuals just aren't doing anything for him right now. I think that's something that going into the matchup here, Adam's list is very good from a standpoint of everything scores. It's all meaty. You can't just ignore any of it. Those
much
Flesh
meat.
Rippers are so annoying to deal with.
Honestly,
That's why
so are the Horror Riftweavers. I mean, they'll put you down in combat.
Oh, absolutely. Adam's list is really, really fine tuned. I got to give him credit.
I should just pretty much go build that in easy army.
Yeah, let's just all play that right now. You know, let's make this like Magic the Gathering and just go. Let's all net list it.
Crossroads is going to be fucking rad this year.
Fortunately, you can only have 2 Night Stalkers per team, but luckily we
Right.
got 2 teams going up there to.
Right.
So, Mike, get to work. Make us some Night Stalkers for Aristocrat. Right?
Well, it's funny you say that. I have a bunch of 3D printed monsters I'm staring at that I've been painting that I was planning on using for Night Stalkers just for the hell of it. Now,
Let's go.
I'd asked my team if they want me to bring my Night Stalkers or my Zombie Legions list. I feel like once Mike Ireland comes home from this, he's going to be like, probably use the Night Stalkers.
So here's the catch. If you look at Adam's list, it's basically a Zombie Legion Night Stalker list. So there's your answer.
Oh.
4 hordes of scarecrows. Boom.
Way to make me
all
feel
right. So Nate just decided to sidestep his Riftweaver out of arc of those
Interesting.
Soul Flayers instead of engaging them
So he's basically forcing him to commit something there, I guess.
to bring 2 unit strength forward to burn the token and then not worry about it.
Yeah.
feels right. Feels right.
Yeah, well, hopefully
He's
Soul
rolling
Players.
dice.
Yeah.
Sounds like he was shooting at the our Riftweaver on the hill over there on the right.
All right, so Banshee's going to wind blast the guy.
Yes, sir.
65s. I see 3 5s.
All right.
3 wounds.
This brings me up to 8.
that's-
So I guess
Okay.
back
Eight,
3.
8 on the Riftweaver.
Still on the hill, but
Not spell ward anymore on those Reapers.
that's right.
So he
Need
needs a
1 success.
5.
I get 2, barely get it, but the Reapers get pulled to the side.
Same thing.
All right, so Reapers are enthralled into Shakira.
Shakira did it. We
And,
talked about it earlier.
we have 1 nerve test to make on the
Finally.
thingy there.
Yep.
He needs a 5, I think.
You just, that
Got him. All right. He's killed something.
Yay!
First blood.
First blood for him, yeah.
Would
Let's
cheat
go ahead
there.
and see how this works out. Shakira on the Reapers, 3s and 2s.
Can
That's how
Shakira.
it's working out.
all
Oh,
it takes is a good nerve roll. Oh,
1.
Oof.
like I said, all it takes is a good nerve roll.
Plus dread.
Yes, sir.
So-
So 10,
so
I believe.
10.
No.
Gonna be that kind of game.
Yeah. A little ugly.
He wavered him.
oh.
No, he didn't do anything, I don't think.
You rolled a 3.
On the Dread Fiend, 3s and 3s.
Yeah,
Sir.
Shakira choked and only did 1 wound.
Jeez, man.
Just Adam. Yes, sir. I just keep waiting for him to go. All right,
7
all right, all right.
Oh,
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Nate.
man. This is bad, isn't it? When you're already down on the game,
Plus dread from
And then-
Shakira.
dice happen.
Fine.
Yeah.
like even though it theoretically probably
maybe
has no
some other
impact
stuff
on the
will
game,
actually
it's
be
Right.
killed here. All right, so
bad.
bloodworms on the Soul Flayers.
All right, so that's going to be the rightmost bloodworms on the soul flayers that are
So
kind of
it'll
coming
be
off their
this
side.
twice.
It looks like
This
the
is
other
the
ones
elite
are
horde
against
with the big
Fletcher.
tentacles. So 4s with elite, 4s with vicious.
These things don't die. I don't know what else to do now.
Falls with elite, falls with vicious. They can easily not die.
I'll say that.
There's the elites.
I think Soul Players are dead.
And this is
It's elite and vicious.
Sure. 4s and 4s, elite
Still
and vicious.
fours. Still fours.
Still swingy ass 4s, yeah.
Like that.
Yeah, it's not 3. He did 3.
Said it, Matt. God damn it.
Nate.
Well, that's the first
Cursing
one.
him from afar.
Those were the
If only we had multiple cameras, we could swing to shots of their faces. I'm pretty sure Nate would have tears running down his right now.
That's the feature for next year.
Yeah,
Games.
yeah. Mike, put that in your next. Mike, put that in your
9
next
with that
video.
half.
Don't put that on those people. Come
Alrighty.
on.
so
We want to see their face getting lost.
What you can have is have them
Not
wearing
spectacular.
GoPros, so it looks straight
Light
back into
featuring
the
that
So you
camera.
look at each other.
there.
This is what sadness looks like in someone's eyes.
Call it the crown of war.
They're dead with a 4, so
yes, sir.
can't really reform. So I'm saying where I am, right?
All right, so he does pick those
Yeah,
up.
I think you're pretty well stuck.
All right, over here on the Butcher Flesh Ripper, 4s and 4s with vicious.
Interesting. He didn't bother going for the scarecrows on that side at all. He went for the other things.
Yep, he's going for the nasties. He's going for the low nerve stuff, really, if you think about it, right?
Well, he's
Wants to kill something.
if that's the one with the hammer of measured force, then going after the scarecrows gives them a defense.
Yeah, the
Whereas
one on the
going
left is the
after-
measured force,
Oh,
and
the
the
first
right
half.
is the elite.
But-
So.
but
Yeah. Whereas the butcher flesh ripper actually has defense 5, so when you get on 4s is at least
That's
one
what
better.
it's legit.
But I think at the end of the day, though, he wanted to go for the units he had a chance to kill, because if he
Yeah.
goes for scarecrows, he's not killing them, and he's coming back with full attacks.
But
Or
I,
here at least
I
something.
want Nate to kill something.
The other reason is if he
Six in the
kills the
second half.
scarecrows, the
to
Reapers come
10,
into
so
him.
you need a
This
4
way, the
one
Reapers
time.
can't see him.
11. No.
Reapers can see him. they can't get around him though. Oh yeah, they can because they can shift. No, they can't because the angle's weird.
How can the Reapers see over the scarecrow?
Shakira's in the way. as well.
Well, the one on the left can't, but the one on the right can. That's what I was talking
Yeah.
about.
Yeah, but they're already up against Shakira, so they can't really get away and go forward at all.
They'd
or
have to
pivot or
just,
anything.
yeah, they can't make it.
Yeah.
I will sidestep this way. 1 inch.
All right. Well, Nathan picked up a couple of things.
You life leech a couple wounds.
Planar app, 4s and 3s.
And I'm sure he would have liked to have picked up more on that side, like that
Got a
reefer
wound,
troop.
thank goodness.
I was
right.
going to say if that planar apparition didn't do a wound, it'd be a whole other game.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, so this planar app going in, if he was to take it off, that's
He does.
interesting.
12, so missed by 1.
I just needed him to sit down. I didn't need the thing to fly over.
Right. Absolutely. These little red dice I use for extra wound counters, they're nowhere close to these, so I won't.
Your turn 3, sir.
All right.
Turn 3.
Well, definitely.
That sounded like a
counter
voice
there.
of defeat to me.
Yeah. Your turn.
Your turn 3. He just
Your
hands him
turn.
a baseball bat
We'll
to
keep
beat him with
playing.
across the table.
All right.
So what does I think Adam's going to try to get his soul flayers good to go fight elsewhere. Oh, he's trying to do a little bit of both. I mean, he might as well just turn around and just flee over there to that flank. He can leave that scarecrow horde to go pick up that token.
Yeah.
Turn later, 2 turns later. There's no point even really committing any resources to it now, in my opinion. But
Yeah, you just got to get it by the end of the game. And what else is
Yeah.
the Scarecrow's going to
Scarecrow's
do?
not going to be able to do anything else. I would just turn scarecrow or the soul flayers around all the way and go.
Yep.
I would have
Get into a
agreed.
better position, but maybe it doesn't matter at the same time. So.
Would he be able to get out of the line of sight of the Rift Weaver?
Maybe not. I don't know.
He did that.
That's
so
what he's worried
it looks
about.
like it looks like that was what he was overly worried about.
What's the speed on the Rift Weaver?
It's like 6.
12. Yeah, I would. So and charges. Yeah, so I would have thought he could have
I
got
mean,
away.
that
but-
thing hitting somebody in the rear is not your happy day at all.
The scarecrows have a fair number of wounds on them already, so the Rift horrors might be able to pick them up.
It's a good point. It's a good point.
Those scarecrows on the left of our screen, though, they're going to live forever. They're heroes. Just like
MVP
last game.
Scarecrows.
Same unit.
That's right.
That's how you play your games, huh?
MVP Scarecrows.
So they're gonna win.
Oh no! Last game, that horde of Scarecrows literally walked down that flank without anything challenging them on.
Yeah, nothing
invade.
happened in the whole game. It was just go.
walked across the table and scored. That's all they did.
What
We're
scenario?
playing a whole separate game.
Invade.
Oh man, when you let a horde like that go by, Corey
That's
actually let that go by. Interesting.
Corey had a rough game.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
It was.
Once I thought about it, there's so much meat to chew through.
I would argue that Corey had a little bit worse game than Nate is currently having. Just to give you an idea.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, it was a lot.
Yeah.
that's unfortunate for
I
Corey.
was just like, I shouldn't do this to people.
It was hard to watch at times.
It was rough. It felt pretty bad.
But Nathan is still technically up 1 point in the scenario. Adam
Hell
hasn't
yeah.
actually scored anything yet.
Not at the end of this turn,
That's all of it.
because he'll claim that bottom left.
Good.
Yeah,
He should get the bottom left one. Yeah.
All lightning will clear, so 5.
Good old troop with unit strength 2.
All right. He's gone on to shooting. Looks like he's lightning bolting the Rift Weaver. Let's listen in.
2 wounds.
4.
Yep. 4 plus a 7 is the waiver.
It's an 11. That will waiver it. Yeah.
Finish.
All right. Combats.
Those soul
Go
flayers
ahead
now.
and do this one first here. So,
Soul Flares on the
4s
planer.
and 2s because of the snare.
yes. We got 5 hits and 4 wounds.
Should be fine. He'll need an 11 to pick up the planer.
13, 15.
Pretty sure I got the dread in there, 6 inches away. So,
So 10 then.
let's see if it matters.
No inspiring.
9, it will matter. So,
No, that's not
No.
good.
Okay.
Because that would be the difference between a waiver or not.
You overhang the base a little bit, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
You tell me, man. You got the best angle. I'm fine either way.
Good sports.
Well, am I centered up correctly on you as well? Is the other question.
Yeah, but you charged
It's
him
really close. I
originally.
think
yeah.
right there is right. So
You have a blank base. You got a 50 mil base. Is that overhang?
I do. So it doesn't matter either way because max I get is 14.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I get a 13.
Okay.
So it's a waiver. Both.
Yeah, so fair enough.
Yeah,
We'll just call it good there.
it's a waiver either way.
Oh,
And the planer
Shit.
does not
Which
have any
is-
sort of
Which is
waiver
no
management.
better. No, it's no better for.
So
Yeah, you blow that one
have
up.
that one blown up
All it
there.
does is delay playing by a bit another turn.
This one
So-
that you
no,
did
just
right
put it on the
Well,
right
they
side,
can't
yeah,
see
that
over
would
him,
work.
right? The planer
Sounds
app's
good.
size 4 also, right? Or size 5, right?
Alrighty,
On-
It's
so
it's height 5.
one,
Yeah.
we'll just go down the line.
But they can get
So,
around him and let
Butcher
the
and
scarecrows
flank
deal with it.
hindered, so 5, 10.
4s and 2s.
Yes, sir. Who cares if we're hindered like that? He's
7 out of 10 on 4s.
7 wounds.
Takes a combination of skill and luck.
This is that kind of game, man. Am I?
The dice are. When you don't have inspiring anywhere, like if you get good dice, and then
The hot
5s and
streak
4s.
continues. Yeah. It's been going about 5.5 games now.
It's probably just the right amount you want if you were playing at Masters.
He's not from the Midwest, is he?
Mountain region.
So, Mike, maybe another
3
trainer
wounds.
saying hot dice.
What's 17?
Yeah, something like that.
I don't have a dread nearby.
Get rid of
So, 7.
That's a fair few wounds on that horde so far.
You
No,
got
not
Fury.
much.
I got you, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we'll just roll 30 more dice over there. 5
And that looks
4s
like
again.
9 on the right hand horde so far. Is that right?
Yep.
Yeah.
They like bleached a couple last.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's 9. And then
He's got what 16 on the region on the left.
chugging right along.
Yeah.
Four more over there.
Okay, I'm at 13.
I also know that, doesn't Nate also has a passionate hate of UB dice, so this would be taken back
so
right now.
25. Yeah.
Fury.
Waiver. Got him. All right, and then 5 from the Dread Fiend, 3s and 2s.
Yeah, this is the Dread Fiend on the
Good
Soul
for you,
Player.
Rick there, man.
I got the opposite for you here, but maybe I have a lot of. No, I don't have
5 wounds, probably.
5 wounds.
Yep.
What?
there you go.
Dread puts me at 9, plus a 4 is a waiver.
What the hell?
Can he, next turn, can he withdraw?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Flank?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He probably could have done this
Oh,
turn,
getting
technically.
beat up. Oh,
If
20
he
dice
chose,
on
well,
Shakira.
if the
He'll probably
scarecrows
just finish him off. He's not in any rush. It's only
3s
turn
and
3.
4s.
See if he can pick up Shakira here.
Yeah.
Another good roll. I got it.
She's
Pretty
dash
good,
13,
pretty good.
defense 5,
14 hits.
14 hits on 20 dice.
Came back there, so 5 wounds.
need a 7 with Dread.
Yep, Dread. Got a 9 for you.
Can you not wait to kill with an earth test some of these points?
Nate. Poor guy, man.
Wow.
Like so. And that's.
I do want to point out, too, Adam's proper pivoting there to leave himself room to go get in on that charge
Legion.
with the Legion again. Yeah, it's
Mm.
smart play. It's a good player.
Yeah,
I wouldn't have done that. I'm good at seeing it from here. But I would have fucked it all up.
Honestly, Ashley,
Hi, Ashley.
you didn't really miss a whole lot. We're in turn 4. Not a lot's really happened.
No,
You're in there.
we are starting turn 4. We're not in turn 4. It's over at turn 4.
And nothing's died yet, Ashley.
Yeah. Nate just decided to show up with like 800 points instead of 2,300.
It has been
I just,
swift and brutal.
I just got a message from Selleck. That game over yet? I watched until Adam moved correctly and took all the flanks in turn 2. And I was like,
Yeah.
God.
Hmm. So,
I can taste your sarcasm from Ashley.
mhm.
Mm.
Mantic would like to thank Adam Ballard for selling all their Soul Flare stock.
Yep.
All I know is the next army I play is whatever Mantic's releasing models for. I'll just
Right. We are bothering the wrong people for rumors. We keep asking
Look, to
like
be
the rules
fair-
committee and the play testers.
Yeah.
We should be asking like the production line people.
Yeah,
like, hey,
yeah.
what are you guys boxing up right
What
now?
models are there?
Air
I'm not
elementals.
gonna
Okay.
buy them, but I'll proxy them with some other shit and
Right.
win the
Yeah.
tournament.
Right.
To be fair, it's taken about 18 months for anyone to get to this point, right?
No,
How long ago
absolutely.
were they released?
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. I need to know future releases here. You know.
Yeah. Wait, so you need to buy them 12 months after they're released when they've been significantly buffed.
Exactly. Once Ronnie realizes he's not making any money on them,
Yeah.
We got to move these.
because of the rules man. Hey, blokes. Oh wait, he's not Australian, sorry.
Has Adam only lost the 1 unit so far?
Yeah, I think so.
He lost a Horror Riftweaver off the hill on the right.
That's it, right?
Is
Did
that
he
all?
lose his soul flayers?
He lost
One,
a
two.
regiment of soul
He did
flayers
lose a
over on the
soul
right
flare.
as well. Yep. Maybe.
I mean, I don't
Possibly
think.
dust.
I think halflings are a great scenario army. They could do it.
Yeah, halflings could. Riftward orcs?
Not so much.
Nah, and they're still
Not
orcs.
yet.
They
Not
still
yet.
suck. Yeah, wait till Cock 23, right?
I mean, Thonar is awesome. He's cool. That's
Yeah,
about
but that's not winning.
it. Shrine's kind of neat. Also, probably most hexable model in the entire game.
Shrine's great until you look at the Roardia shrine.
Thank you, Travis.
Yeah.
I
I wasn't
I gotta
about building
talk
it,
about that,
Travis. I was talking about the rules being good enough to put it. It's been
Yeah. Travis, I can relate, buddy. Because Alex Chavez is
Alex.
part of my Night Saga army. He also, that shield in the background we talked about, he won that tournament with my army.
With your army.
Yeah. So I get you, buddy.
So did Travis couldn't make the trip this year?
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
I assume he
I'm
qualified.
sure he qualified.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a good player. I played Travis. I met Travis the first Masters I ever went to, 2016 or 17. Great guy, and knows how to build some armies for sure. Those mountain folk know how to play. Apparently,
Well, they're from Nebraska, which is
he's got a baby.
he's got to be.
Yeah.
Nebraska's in the mountain region, but there aren't really any mountains in Nebraska.
Yeah, Travis, that's my excuse too, buddy. Don't worry.
I'm hoping his partner had the baby. Otherwise, that would be real painful.
Yeah, things
He's in recovery either way, so
There is no recovery, Mike.
This is just your life now.
It's awful forever.
Mike, don't say that. Don't say that.
Oh, sorry, Ray. You still have hope because your kids are younger.
Now his kids are in the room. That's why he wants to.
What good
No, they
memories they
laugh.
had.
They-
I had the snip like 3 weeks ago. No, it must be about a month ago, and my daughter's still saying, "Don't pick me up, Daddy. Remember, you have a sore penis."
Oh man, my kid's not quite old enough. I got that surgery done a couple months ago as well.
Well, Matt, now I know your weakness.
Number.
Travis, you
I'm
got
trying to avoid the punch in the nuts at the moment.
I was just about to say. So the traditional nut punch at the end of Australian tournaments will be a big problem for you now.
I've never seen anything so black and blue. I can tell you that.
man. Apparently, healthcare sucks down there. My shit didn't turn black and blue. I just want to throw that out there. Travis, you got 4, man. You got your hands full. I commend you.
Yeah.
It's,
Can someone buy Travis a TV for Christmas? Because, obviously.
Right, let's pay attention to this game, guys.
Captain America said there's a recovery time from kids of 18 to 24 years.
So we know that there are 2 things you can do in Nebraska to pass the time, and one of them is play Kings of War.
Joke of the night, my friend.
Oh, what a time to be alive.
Mike, you were saying that by turn 4, if the game was going south, there'd be banter.
Yeah.
It is punchy banter time, folks.
So did Nate just wind blast some stuff? Is that what? I don't know what's going on. I really don't.
You know, I really like Nate. He's a really good player, but at this point in time, whatever he does,
Esports finally going to die. After they sustained 16 to 20 wounds apiece.
Have we been talking through a turn change? Did I miss a turn flip?
no.
It is
So
Nate's
top
turn
one.
right now, so
You must have.
And
Yeah,
will Nate
No.
win first, though, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Sorry, you're
Right,
right.
right.
Nate did go first. Yeah. So he's just withdrawn on the right,
Right, because he was wavered.
and withdrawn the planar apparition.
So he's got
Which is
a
also wavered.
Banshee. Where is she? Oh, Shakira's there right now. That's
Shakira,
right.
yeah.
So
Yeah, the
Banshee
Reaper's got her.
is just up on the hill. Yeah.
That was a little better.
Still got
Doing
plus
some damage.
more than 20 minutes on each clock in round 4, so time's not going to be an issue here.
Just an update. I've managed to pay my staff while we've been watching this game too.
Ah,
So
good.
Hey, good job.
anyone
Multitasking.
that was worried, stop worrying. That's all good.
Right. Expert multitasking.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Got him.
Oh, he popped him. Okay.
Okay.
All
here we go.
right.
All right. We got ourselves a fight.
3 things dead. 3 things
So
dead.
interestingly, by Nate withdrawing his Soul Flayers, that means there is no withdrawing by the Dread Fiend. The Dread Fiend can't fight those worms, which is interesting.
If it can't see them, yeah.
Yeah, but can the Reapers just kind of do that themselves anyway?
He's got 12 wounds on it. It's like, I mean, it's
He only has
Yeah,
12. He's good to go.
This one here.
All right, here come the other blood worms.
And 4s were vicious.
it's an interesting game still. Curious if those Soul Flayers that are sitting on top of the wall have range to those worms over there.
I don't know.
Probably.
I think so.
It
7 with the first set.
by the scenario, it is still 1-1, and that middle token is a objective that you have to sit on until the end of the game. You can't burn it.
Yep.
Yeah, and look,
Adams.
theoretically, if he was held up in the middle, there's a tiny little chance of him getting that top right, but it is very tiny. I don't think. Actually,
And 7 with
the left blood worms won't be there next turn. I don't think. Looking at the amount of worms there on all
Yeah.
so, and the right ones may not be either.
Soul Flares will probably go.
Soul Flayer's gone. That Dread Fiend turns around.
Yeah.
Oh, he picked that one up too.
Yep.
That's pretty big.
That's
So he's cleared up, but they've got to stay there and keep holding the tokens. If Nate's last regiment of soul players can manage to fly next turn, fly up on the hill, burn that token, then he'll have 2 points.
Yeah, because the Dread Fiend's just going to go back in on him and down him again.
Right. So
And
if they
have to
whiff,
whiff.
though,
Yeah, if he whiffs on that, that is a thing.
yeah. I mean that. Yeah, obviously.
But I still don't see
Hitting on 3s though. I mean,
Can't do a
crush 2.
tremendous amount just 'cause we're, the other
Vicious
ones
as well.
here.
So
You want to make sure I know.
And since Adam's rolling, the rules are supposed to be really, really good, right?
yeah.
That's the rules that we're following here in this world of goddamn madness.
All right, man. You're 4.
Will this
Alright,
be
guys.
the first time in 3 years where Adams won all 6 games if he wins?
Yep. Charge.
I mean, yeah. Otherwise, he probably would have won Masters before, right?
yeah, the first time the Master has won all 6 games, you mean?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Adam hasn't been a previous master, has he?
No.
He's been close. He's been up there for sure.
Yeah.
But then again, so have I, so it doesn't really mean much. Becoming third, I think, was that? Fourth, another, but
Was that the
I mean,
first one with 12 people, Mike? Or
no, hey, fuck out. But Chicago
Was that-
2019, I came in third. Okay.
San Antonio, I think you were on the podium for battle.
No, it was Chicago. I came in third, I think. No, it was San Antonio. You're right.
It was San
Yeah,
Antonio because Alex won Masters in Chicago.
yeah. That's right. Yeah. Sorry. And then the first one, which still had 64 people, but not the quality. That one I came in fourth. So I'm not a total scrub.
Somebody asked about updates on the other tables, and nothing yet because they've still got 40
I'd
minutes
say
on
this
the clock.
table's a long way ahead. Yeah. Gonna have some fill-in time at the end of this.
So probably religion, politics, and abortion. What do you think?
Politics too. Don't general politics, Mike.
That is all politics right there.
Okay, COVID-19 restrictions,
COVID-19, feelings on vaccinations.
face mask mandates.
Let's talk about gender. Why not? Or we can talk about Total War Warhammer like we originally planned and be nice and friendly about it.
Still never played it.
Yeah, well, don't
It is
start, the
any of them?
conversation. Don't start the
Any of them?
conversation. 'Cause me and Matt are gonna start going, and you guys are gonna be like, "Shut the fuck up," and we won't.
We are watching the last round of the U.S. Masters. Goddammit!
Talk about Total War Warhammer.
This is worse than the time the Brits kept talking about cricket the whole fucking time.
And we combine it and talk about the gender of maybe the demon gods of Warhammer. I don't know. What are demonettes really? All right, sorry for those of you watching this. I'll shut up.
Slanesh, what's going on there?
They just fuck anything? Like
They're just Mike. We refer to that as sex positive now. I've told you before. That's the proper terminology.
And the proper pronoun is thy.
thy. All right, let's see what's happening. They're rolling dice. So,
Combat time. I'm gonna start over on the far flank here. So 5
Saved
attacks
by the
for red
combat
team.
rules.
3s and 2s. 3 hits. Vicious. 3 wounds.
There you go.
I'm at 11.
Will they finally
What's the
go?
drip?
those are gone.
6 should do it.
Soul Flare's gone.
There we go.
All right.
Mm.
Well, yeah. There goes the dream of flying over and cheekily
So,
picking
dream
up
is
that
dead.
token.
So those Rift Weavers survived somehow down on the left side. We missed that.
They got wavered. They backed up, and then he just sort of walked off and ignored them. So he's probably gonna lightning bolt them.
Well, he's in combat already. That's what I'm saying. He lightning bolt him. Did he fail the rattle? I guess.
We're just going left.
The Rift
to right.
Weaver on the left.
Against the elite unit.
Yeah. Nate's
3s and
Rift Weaver.
3s.
Yeah, all the way over there on the left. Yeah, it's by
That's what I'm
itself.
saying.
And
I'm
the
saying,
bottom.
why isn't it dead? I thought it would have been dead from just now.
Oh, I don't know that he bothered doing anything other than like chuck a lightning bolt at it that did
They've
kill
been
it.
rolling great.
That's what I'm saying is it was already wavered. I would have
That's
thought.
funny, Josh. You missed 6. That's about average.
Yeah, I think 7 or 8 my normal, but was less than ideal. 7 more wins.
I'm at 18.
I don't think Adam should be saying anything about less than ideal.
Less than ideal.
And a 5 and 6.
Adam, you've just won the U.S. Masters in a walk. How did you feel? Less than
Because
ideal.
it matters.
But we have the 2.
Yes, sir. Because that's what we're needed from
All right, so the right ones.
next one, same thing.
Yeah.
20 dice, 3s and 3s.
Not overly surprising, but
5 misses that time, it looks like.
No, what are they on, Mike? Is that 16, the bottom right ones now?
18.
18.
Yeah.
So life leech down
Much
to
better.
16. but
5,
then basically
10 wounds.
10 wounds. So these ones should go.
23.
23.
And 10 attacks in the flank. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's 23
So
without.
4s and 2s.
Oof.
3 hits.
Only
And
3
this
hits,
is
but
this is absolutely a good night
wounds.
after this.
I am really high. That
yeah. So that picks up the bloodworms
Yeah.
on the left.
And he's going to score that token, I think, maybe.
Unless the
Maybe
unless the
he tells us
bloodworms are within 3. If not this turn, then next turn.
If you're still in range of that,
Okay.
Butcher's going to overrun.
So we're actually going to be looking at a 25 and a tabling, probably, aren't
All
we?
right. And then the last combat here,
Yeah, that Banshee might get
So-
away with it, or horror, or whatever it is.
15 attacks.
He's got a Banshee and Horror, but-
yeah.
That's totally something I would do. I'd
Sixes
just
and
run my
threes.
Banshee away now.
Yes, sir.
Fuck you, you're not tabling me.
3 hits, it looks
Been
like.
there, done that.
All right.
I shall
Scarecrows.
I shall retain some self-respect.
Hinder and snare, so 5 and
Butcher.
2s.
3 hits.
3 hits on 5s with 5 attacks. Come on.
2 wounds.
6.
With the dread,
Just keeping it
back to the
regular.
7 plus a 3 is nothing. Okay,
Planer
So
lives.
the planer lives to see turn 5.
here you go, sir.
And that will bring us to the top of 5.
Yeah. Ugh. This is just not a feel good scenario right now, is it?
Yeah, no.
I mean, if you like Adam, it is. But
Yeah, true.
I don't know him. I guess I'm happy for him regardless.
Yeah.
he's been a really good competitor for a long time. Really keeping up towards top tables. So
Yeah, so I
someone
mean,
like that deserves it, you know. But so's Nate.
he got here for a reason. It is what
Yeah.
it
I'm
is.
just glad we haven't got an under table shot of him right now. I'm pretty sure he's pretty happy.
Well, so let's talk about who Adam has played to get here.
Oh, yeah,
Um,
good. That's a good
He
one.
played Marcelo Rocco in the first round and won. He played Bart Kohler in the second round and won. The third round, he played Jeremy Duvall and won. And then the fourth round, he played Keith Conroy, defending master, and won. And then last round, he played Corey Reynolds and won. So that is a pretty fierce strength of schedule.
Yeah, so one of the table must be looking real good right now. We have to add that to the ideas for cams for next year. Base cams. Yeah, cams for the head, cams for the other head.
Yeah.
Dick Cam, baby.
Yeah. We're now crossing to crotch cam.
Put that on
Let's
the
see
big
if we can
screen.
get our reading from our moisture meter.
Why do we have this event in July if we have this camera? I don't understand.
I can smell it.
7 wounds on him already.
Oh, the Rift Reaper's fine over there. Fucking going after that Mind Screech. Interesting.
Yeah, why not, right?
Is he gonna be
Well,
able
he's
to go pick
probably
up?
just trying to get a positive point, I'd say, from the Northern King scorer.
Is that a token he can get there too?
Yeah, if he rolls, kills it and gets like a 6 or 5.
Well, he'll have another turn.
Yeah, but he's not facing the right way, right? So,
No, he is. Sorry, I'm talking.
as in, you won't get within 3 inches.
No, not right away, but he's got another turn.
Oh,
That's
sorry,
not-
you're talking about the planar apparition.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
No, I'm looking at the token right there behind the scarecrow is kind of in the middle
Yeah,
of the
but then
board.
he could just turn his horror Rift Weaver with Nimble and just go be in the way and be in his strength 1.
Yeah.
They can stare at each other.
I'm saying if he gets there for a turn ahead of him, then so I think Adam might need to do. It doesn't really matter. I mean, Adam's going to assume to win at this point, I guess. So.
Nice comment from Randy there.
That's right. Not safe for work, y'all.
Oh man, if he said something where he was on speakers at work, I would fucking ruin everything for him.
Yeah.
I do have the option of transmitting the audio to the gym here at work from this computer. So,
Oh, let me talk to them about abortion and gender and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, you're in Australia. Guns rights. Let's talk about guns rights. There we go.
funny thing is that wouldn't even be controversial here.
Yeah. Good to know.
Maybe drinking. Maybe we have to discuss the fact that Australians can't hold their booze. Like that'd be controversial.
Ooh. Yeah. Man, big word from the North American there, like from the 51st state of America.
He wishes.
Yeah, does that just mean they're just generally healthier people than us?
Yeah. Yeah, he wants to give up his health care and proper government and all that stuff.
I can hold all my liquor because my body's a dumpster fire.
One wound.
Oh, where was that one wound?
Oh,
Sorry.
we got dice going.
RP.
Yeah.
Wind blast on the Reapers. They will go back 3
So that will
and
blow
take
them.
2 wounds.
That'll blow them off that token.
There.
Wind blast on the Butcher.
From the Phantom, yeah.
He will go back 5
Hit it again.
and take 3 wounds.
Puts him up to 4.
Hell
It's
yeah.
gonna be hilarious if
That
he
is
picks
all the
these things
shooting I
up.
have, so I need a good nerve test here.
Give me a couple of them.
Do it.
8, dread,
12,
not
13.
13. Not enough.
Uh,
All right, I mean, this is what it is, I mean,
Sorrow.
All right, the Reapers over here. I need a 9 to
Look,
kill.
I have to say, Nate,
I get
Nate
it.
has been
Yes,
a good
sir.
sport in defeat here. Like,
Yeah,
it's
Butcher, I need
pretty
a
obvious
10 to
turn two.
kill.
That picks up
Yeah.
a Reaper troop,
I roll an 11. The Butcher, Flesh Ripper's dead.
and he picks up the Butcher as well. So he clears out the middle. He is giving it hell.
He's definitely making it something.
Not going gently into that good
Problem is I
night.
can't stop everything.
Unfortunately, next turn he's
Need another 3 Banshees.
Bloodworms
Right?
are getting flanked by
It's at the truth.
either Dreadfiend
Lots
or
of
Soul
things.
Flayers.
I guess he picks up probably 2 points off that alone. Is that combat?
Uh,
Yeah, it's a good
All
point.
right,
yeah.
we're going to start
He's marching
right there.
forward for some points.
D6.
So here's
Of
the
course,
Rift.
1.
This is his Rift Weaver against a looks
So
like a Mind
7
Screech. I
3s and
think?
3s. 6 hits.
Good start. Good start.
All hits on the Mind
4
Screech.
wounds.
All righty.
4 wounds on a Mind Screech.
11 ones.
Dread, 10.
So 10.
there's an 11.
Oh,
And they're going to go straight ahead 4 inches.
Don't call
are
it a
there any
comeback.
rules besides inspiring that like Night Stalkers don't have access to? Dread, everything. They got everything, don't they?
Planer will be 3s and 4s. One wound.
Brings him
Oh,
up to 8.
yeah.
Let's Dread 9.
Okay. Need a 5. Easy game.
Got it.
Easy game.
Picked up some
Now, how
stuff.
far does he overrun? He might get a
Going
token.
down swinging, baby. Keep going. Keep it interesting.
Oh, he's not overrunning.
Not going to bother.
No, because we're going to flip.
Because if he only runs a 1, he gets a flank, I guess.
Yeah.
Should be at arc there, right?
Yeah, you're definitely good there.
Oh,
All right.
boy.
Well, respect
All
Nate.
right, got to get really
scrambling.
yeah.
He's not going down without a fight. That's for certain.
Yeah, I mean, with those
Yeah.
wind blast rolls, he
That's
could
Fours
have
are
easily
elite
just
and
gone,
fours
I
are
can't be
vicious.
stuck with my shooting phase, right? And just, but he's playing it
Get
out to
on the
the end.
first wave, you can stakes it. So
It'll keep him towards the top of the rankings at least to get some good points out of this. You know,
Yeah.
fight for everything. That's the Northern Kings style. So
Yeah.
He's doing it for his region now.
that's a good point.
Sure. Yeah.
Unfortunately, I think the rest of his region sucks. I'm just kidding.
Mike, tell me how
Sorry.
you
5 with the first half.
5 brings him up to 6.
I'll go ahead and roll the second half. Just
Yeah.
it should be good, but
Just out of dread, but yeah. I have faith in you, but not in your dice. So
What's his second roll?
they've been pretty solid all time. I'll be
No,
honest.
he only has like
This
15 dice or
turn, you
something.
picked up more than every other turn combined. So
I thought it was pretty funny right now.
Yeah,
Adam goes, I have faith in
I
you, but
one
not in your
vicious
dice.
roll here.
You picked up more this turn than every other turn combined.
Yeah,
yeah,
I guess.
And there he goes.
You
That
might
picks
you
up.
like bleach.
So now he
What
gets
kind of
pinched
points has he
back.
picked up that turn? It's a
A lot.
solid,
Yeah,
yeah.
the debate here
As in,
now
like,
becomes
attrition.
what's
Kill
I
points.
can't defend that. Now with the dread thing that'll end up being in my rear. So
Flesh Ripper, Reaper,
No, wait. Do it. Roll the
quite
six.
close enough.
And a Mind Screech.
and a Mind Screech. So yeah, you're probably talking 700 points.
Yeah. Just 4 turns too late.
Gotta go forward. Going straight ahead, 3 inches. I needed like a 5 or 6, but that's okay.
I doubt a 6 would have got him there, surely.
All right, man.
right.
That was mine. 5 or 4?
And then goodbye them.
Yeah. Adam gets to have some fun here.
That was top 5.
That was top 5, yeah. Fox on you. Yeah.
And that'll bring us to the bottom of turn 5.
Oh, just go finish those. Be sure about it, Adam. Come on. Because you also score the point at the same time, right?
If they're over 3 away from that one, yeah. Because now if he moves that, right, if he moves that guy to charge, then he's not holding that token anymore.
1 inch sidestep will give me a
Yeah, you have to kill them and move back.
Yeah, but
Does he go in the front as well, or does he go try to block the token just in case?
where my guy.
Well, I would have thought
I would plan for
Yeah.
some snakes right now, right?
I'm wider than you.
I would have thought you have to go in the front if you want to not risk him just marching out of that with a snake, right?
Right, that's what I would do.
So, center up, because I was perfectly square.
And then if you get snakes, it doesn't matter.
So you should hang
Right.
over this way,
Mm.
right?
I think you're still hindered. But
Oh yeah. No, it's definitely hindered. But I was just looking that you wouldn't be able to essentially open it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sidestep 2 inches because I start within range of you.
What's going on there?
You want to
So
sidestep 2 inches since he started within range of him. With
Oh, right. So he's not charging.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what's he do with the Mind Screech? Does he go block or does he try to light him off the table?
Surely it's.
He's got a few wounds on him already, so I'd probably try and just lightning bolt him
Yeah.
anyway. Even needing 5s. I mean, he's an 11-13, right? So
I wonder why he hasn't flown it closer to that token then, because he can defend that token. Like if he doesn't shoot him off,
I
he's
don't.
giving
Yeah.
he's
really
giving
know.
Nate that token.
I don't really know what's up with that.
You might be okay to give it up. There's no loss in giving it up in this game, is there?
No, not necessarily, unless he's afraid of losing. You know, I think he's assuming that in 2 turns he's not going to roll
If he-
snakes twice.
If he rolled double ones for that bloodworm unit, take him off. Because they're
I
holding
still think this whole flare regiment that he's got right now should go on the front of those bloodworms to be safe.
Yeah, I agree.
All right. So.
Yeah.
Combat, or shooting, I'm sorry. Got
But he's just playing it safe.
Yeah. I mean, there's like, what's the safety in just not moving them at all?
Yeah, I guess right now it's 1-1, right? And he's just assuring himself that middle token,
to hit.
I guess. But
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
and also if the bloodworms survive on the snake eyes and go cap that one, he also goes and gets those 2.
Yeah.
So it's
Right.
really, yeah, he's really
I was
safe.
going to say, if he was worried about the middle, I'd try and turn him and move him into that cover for when they get lightning bolted to the face.
It's not in combat, so it's just this. You okay with
All
the
right.
snake
So
over
he
here?
just lost his Riff Walker or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Riff Reaver.
Yeah, so
I know
that's
you saw the one.
he snaked that, or he rolled that for ones, and
Yeah.
Does his
didn't want it,
sidestep that
so.
we talked about. Yeah. 3 inches is plenty, so he
So
should be.
it's puts him all the way back on the token.
right there. It was already.
So that will give Adam 3 points.
And
Everybody, we're looking at your new U.S. Master.
we are indeed by a long shot. His battle points are going to be like
All right.
144 out of 150. I mean,
Something like that, yeah.
It is
fucking
your go,
outrageous.
sir. That was my 5, so top of 6.
That brings us to the top of turn 6, where Nathan has what, a planar apparition and a banshee left.
And a horror.
Where is the Banshee? Is that it near
He's
the
got Banshee.
passport on the
The,
right?
I think the
Is that
Banshee.
on the right? Is that just a clear model, clear resin?
Oh, no, but what's next to it?
The
With
resin-
With wounds.
Yeah, that's the banshee there. Yeah.
And the whore is down there in the trees. And yeah, I said whore.
Oh, he's not. He's not. He's not going to try and save it. He's going to let the soul flayers have a dig at it next turn. But the horror's being saved behind the forest.
You shall not table me.
Fours and threes with conjure staff.
Oh yeah.
Get some points out of those soul
Just get
flayers.
points. Yep.
Not all 3 of them this time. Just 7.
Oh, it's doing the dread fiend.
I got him close enough here, right? Yeah, I did.
I was gonna say you could magic forward if you need to. So
All right, wind blast on the soul flares right there. They're facing.
This is where
They will
turn
go
6 for
forward
Adam.
4 inches.
He'll start flying with that Mind Screech towards the other side of the board, hoping for a 7 to table him
And they
with
will
lightning.
take 2 inches. And now on the
Captain Insano shows no mercy.
he will go 5 inches to the side.
spell ward, so just 4.
4, yep, that's right, thank you. And take 2 inches.
Other results coming in from other games look like Michael Ireland has defeated Andrew Minton on table 6.
Nice. That might.
Might or might not get close enough to push onto the podium. Probably not.
Mike, can you link in the chat again? The thing
Plus 3 is enough to
in
win.
the private
Yeah.
chat.
Yeah.
The results.
Little dude.
Yep.
That's not enough to do a whole lot.
2, nothing.
Red, 9.
9.
Now, as this game wraps up, there's a pronouncement that I am not going to make because I am not the TO, and I feel like it is the TO of the Masters' honor to get to make the announcement for the first time. But it is pretty clear from the standings how this one is going to shake out, at least for the top spot. But I will hopefully be able to bring everyone the awards here on YouTube. And if not, then as soon as they're done, then we will have them published on, well, we're going to have them published on Dash28 for people to read as soon as they are available. We may or may not have them live streamed. It depends if I can get somebody in the room to turn their camera on for me, because I'm pretty sure the guy who's provided the streaming setup, who, by the way, is Paul Forbes from Victoria Gaming. Big thanks to him for providing the video and audio feed for us the whole weekend while he was playing. If you haven't checked out Victoria Wargaming, they do battle reports on YouTube. You should go give them a look because he's done a lot of work to bring these games to our audience this weekend.
So it looks like sorry, you keep going, Mike.
So I was going to say, so hopefully on our YouTube channel, we will have video or audio of the award ceremony as soon as they start handing them out after they've done with their cleanup in a little bit. And if not, then just watch the Dash28 website. We'll post to Fanatics when all the results are available sometime later this evening. What were you going to say, Matt?
I was just looking at other results. So, yeah, you said Michael Ireland, Lex Simon, and Brian Happy Nook. What a cracking name that is.
I think that's actually Michael Percy, not Lex Simon. I think Lex had to drop and Michael replaced him.
Okay. 15 each. Is that right? Can that be?
That can happen. Draws.
Yes. Yeah, okay. 10 point draw, 5 points each. Sure.
Yeah, there's not many that have come through. And then Larry Essick beat Gareth Davies 23-11.
Yeah.
Watching the last little bit of life squeeze from Nate Clevenger's Night Stalkers. Just snake it, man. Come on.
Hey, Mike, you haven't done the arrow, man. Don't drop off now. At the end, we're at the bottom of 6. Got to click the button.
Oh, they do it at the bottom. You're right. My bad.
What's he talking about over there? Damn Australian.
Sorry. Production values must be upheld at all times.
I think they forgot to switch the clock, but I'm pretty sure they're not worried about it at all.
Yeah,
no.
I don't think so.
No, they're just about going to be.
Don't worry, Nate does not need time.
anything but snakes, and he picks it up on a 3.
Yeah. Unfortunately for Nate, I think you could wind his clock up at the moment and still won't make a difference.
How many points is he?
So it is going to turn 7. So Nate does have one more shot with his character.
15 points matters a whole lot either direction, but
We'll see if he can pick up a couple more points here.
This is spell warded right here.
fair point. Yeah.
They only have 3 wounds on them, so.
So in this, if I come into the woods, well, he's nothing facing me, but yeah.
Which you'll be out of 16, so go ahead and.
I should just hide it and call it.
If he doesn't know if he can get an extra point for his team or not, right? He kill an extra
Yeah.
model.
Oh, double ones.
3 ones at the end. That's representative.
Congratulations, man.
Game, sir.
Good game.
Well.
Man, your dice was,
My dice are so high.
I mean, I thought if I could get this, I thought I had a really good chance at the Flesh Ripper. I had a good shot at these Scarecrows. I mean, I should still get my 12 to convert.
It all comes down to that nerve roll, right?
Yeah.
Because there's no inspiring. So.
Hey, Mike, do these rounds self-update or do you have to refresh?
And just
You have to
pick it
refresh.
up where I needed to. So,
Right.
see la vie, man. So, yeah, just give me a few minutes. Yeah.
Sure.
Nothing break.
Right. So I'm going to go ahead and take the screen down now because Paul is going to
A couple times, but
Paul's going to start breaking down his rig so he can get it home this evening.
It's hard to play when your dice are not cooperating with you.
Look, I think realistically though that went back to. I mean, that game came down to a big risk turn 2 by Nate. That basically
Middle charge.
Yeah, yellowing on that middle charge was a massive risk.
Because
And I just think if you're looking at, well, he probably had to take the risk if he was ever going to jump Adam to be the master, or he was going to have to take a risk at some point. But I think the risk was too great in terms of the context of the game.
Yeah, being less than a 50%, even if it's at 50%, like that's a lot to.
But the issue was he took 50% risk on that second turn. Like each of those charges were like 50-50 or slightly less than 50-50, and he didn't get a single one. So he failed all three of them.
Yep.
But I think even if you failed, I think for him, the left wasn't a massive issue, but I think he only had to fail one of them for it to go bad in the middle.
It was risky.
That middle one's also just so big because, like, even if he won some of those other combats, he's basically taking out a horde of scarecrows for 2 soul flares, effectively.
Yeah, who weren't in danger of in that part of the game doing much. Like they were going to slowly march down towards the middle, but he didn't really have to do anything about them till later in the game because they were just going to sit on the center token if he left them alone.
Yeah, and those soul flares in the middle that ended up doing all those charges and taking him out for Adam. They weren't even really in that much fear of getting taken out after that. Okay,
so we have a really interesting result to share that will clarify the situation at the top here. On table 2, Keith Conroy and Corey Reynolds appear to have played to a 17 and 18 point draw.
Wow. That sounds like it was on purpose.
Collusion between Northeastern players.
Which means that Keith and Corey are both on 122 tournament points, and Michael Ireland at the moment.
Yep.
Nate has. Oh no, Nate's won't be in yet. So
Nate's won't be in yet, but he had 112 to start.
So he will likely jump them based on managing to kill quite a bit, maybe.
If he can get 10 points, I don't know that he got 10 points.
Yeah,
but don't you automatically get 5, right?
Yeah, you get 5, but he only got 1 token, so that's 6. So then he'd have to get 4. He would have had to have nearly tabled Adam's army.
Yeah, he's not getting that many.
I don't think he did that. So I think Nathan might miss the podium here.
Yeah. Well, I think he definitely will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it'll be interesting to see if Corey and Keith and Michael are all tied. I don't know how he's planning on breaking the tie. Probably attrition points or strength of schedule or something.
Matt Griffin picked up another 25. That's pretty big.
Yeah.
All right. Interesting.
So the only thing with Adam then is seeing, did he get a 25, meaning he went 144 out of 150?
I think he did. That looks like a 25 to me.
Either 143 or 144. Either way.
Well, he would have got 2 from the middle, and he got all the bottom tokens, so he got a full 5 on scenario.
Yep. And I guess he only left 1 character walking around.
Yeah,
so he can get a full
140 points on the board.
Might have gotten 25.
Well, that might be the most dominant Masters victory ever.
Well, when you're playing Northern Kings, it's a little different, though.
It's different.
It doesn't really represent what
it hits different.
Yeah.
Do they always do Northern? Then they clearly don't do Northern Kings every time. Do they switch off every other year?
Last year they did Blackjack. It's a vote.
Yeah, it's a vote.
It's a vote each year.
Yeah.
This one was actually a tie, and it was broken by Rob Fanuff, I believe, right?
He's the guy that breaks ties, so yeah.
So
he's the head of the council.
Yeah, which doesn't get thrown about often. He likes to sit on that little piece of information.
Nah, he's a dick. I don't know.
But the reality is when it comes to scoring system is that everyone knows well ahead of time. So you're playing the tournament for that scoring system. So it doesn't really matter what it is. I think players, you can have a preference, but it probably doesn't affect who wins and loses because it
definitely can dictate a lot. I think Northern Kings dictates a lot more than conventional and or Blackjack would dictate. I think there's a way different play style you go in to each game where you don't really playing safe is not a benefit. So your defensive army is like a dwarf army or, maybe a defensive, whatever else army you want to throw out there. There's plenty of them. doesn't really have the advantage. Those armies are ones that typically try to play for small wins, and that's what gets them to the top. You can't do that in this tournament right now.
because
You have
because
no
you're
choice.
not
Yeah, it
getting the
seems
high
really
attrition.
difficult.
Like
You
you say,
have to slaughter your opponent. I mean, look at what armies are competing here. You got Twilight Ken, you got Night Stalkers, and you got Forces of Nature. They're all just offensive beasts that, Forces of Nature arguably is a little more defensive, but at the end of the day, it comes down to killing your opponent, not trying to win the scenario by 1 point. It's very different. I think it's worth noting. Anybody that doesn't realize that needs to read the rules book.
Yeah, because it changes list construction massively, right? So you see
Absolutely.
this, like you said it, but again, with enough time, people just adjust to that. I guess it just makes for a different tournament than under a different scoring system.
Yeah, I think this one just changes too much personally. It just and then like we just had with Corey versus Keith Conway, it encourages collusion. Look, I'm not actually accusing them, but
No.
it's really easy to get away with it. I mean,
I think that's right. Whenever I've looked at it, I've thought that, but I guess you've got to have faith that that's not going to happen. And is there any real proof that it happens in Kings with the type of players that are playing Kings? I don't know that there is.
I generally don't think anybody's actually going to stop and have the conversation and go, "Hey, we're going to do this, right?" But Corey's playing Keith and Keith's playing Corey, and they go, "Ah, man, this," and I'm not gonna lie, me and Alan,
in their heads.
Yeah, me and Chavez had at Vanguard. We played round 4, table 2, I think.
Fine.
And we looked at each other and we're like, "Yeah, we could, but let's go and play this game proper and do it." But if it was Northern Kings, it's like, I'm just gonna play my game, you play yours. Let's see what happens. It doesn't necessarily have to be intentional, but the fact that it can happen and you can have 17 and 18 point draws like we just had in Keith versus Corey, I don't know that I like that.
Yeah,
Look, when we designed Blackjack, it was more about we wanted scores to be a little more representative of what we thought the game turned out than 20-0.
I love Blackjack. Don't get me wrong. I love Blackjack.
No. And like, that's just the theory behind that. And I kind of don't feel like when you get, I don't know. I don't know if positive scoring does that. But again, I actually like having varied scoring systems. I think it'd get boring if you always did one.
I think Northern Kings is really good if you have new players coming into the system because it encourages
they don't feel like they just got graped.
Yeah. But
interestingly, that was also one of our things too, though, is that if you were getting pumped, you could pick a way as an avenue to get some points. It just wasn't via positive scoring, right? So you could go, all right, I'm getting pumped on attrition right now. All I'll do is focus on keeping as many tokens as I can, or something like that. Or I'm losing on scenario, so now I'm just going to YOLO and get as many attrition points as I can. Then you still had an avenue.
Do that and get a bunch of bonus points. Rules.
Yeah.
I
think when I've heard some of the Northern Kings guys talk about it, their explanation has always been like, we wrote a scoring system that we thought would be fun to play at our events. It didn't really consider whether other people were going to use it or not. And I think it's a good idea. Great.
Yeah, that's another thing to consider also.
I have heard that, and I do agree with that. And that's why I don't really think that it was the best choice for Masters. Sorry if I'm offending anybody, but I don't think it really represents the game proper. I understand the concepts of, and Mike, you do it at your tournament too. The concept at the end of the day is try to give the losers something to keep them engaged, right? Keep them in the game. If not for feelings, but at least for points, right? But almost always those systems make the winners win more, right? In this case, we're looking at Adam Ballard, who just picked up 144 out of 150 points. And we have no clue by looking at those points how much he might have actually been at odds in any game. We just go, he fucking tabled everybody, right? You look at it and you go, you assume that he did. But he could have had some very close games in there. There could have been some that were really, teetering on. And we don't think that because these numbers don't represent it. So,
well, the other argument is do you need to look after the person coming last at Masters?
No, and that was the next point I was going to make. It's like all of us are kind of in a similar age-ish bracket, but like we're talking about participation trophies, right? Hey, look, you got a 1 point, 2 point, 3 point over your 6 games. sorry, you lost, but fucking take the wooden spoon and go home and get better. I don't need to throw fucking points at you to make you feel better. This is something we all do for fun.
I like you,
And if
Mike.
losing is not fun, then don't fucking play it and don't be
Wait,
bad.
Mike, don't lose.
Seriously, that's
Just get good, scrub.
Yeah. For those of you who are not familiar, we bring Mike along because he is the bad cop.
Yeah. Mike, do you win the wooden spoon? Do you just go and laugh in their face at the end of a tournament?
I usually just give it an army that wins. I say, here, go play this. Stop being a fucking scrub.
Like my friend Fox says, he's like, yeah, man, you just got to roll better. He's like, that's pretty much how you win this game.
Yeah,
I was
that's
like,
like
yeah, I agree.
But to bring it back around to this particular tournament, regardless of how they scored it, Adam, I think, is the only player that went 6-0. And many of them were very solid victories. I didn't watch all of them, but we checked the scores on, or at least I checked the scores on a few. So I think for this particular tournament, it wouldn't have mattered. Granted, like the point spread might exaggerate it some, but like I would definitely not say like Adam won this with like an asterisk next to it, because it's not like he was the only person.
In the two games that I just saw, he's doing great.
Yeah, really, yeah.
So I haven't looked at the matchup, but Bryce Clark just bumped in ahead of Corey Reynolds and Keith Conroy at 123.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I don't even know who Bryce Clark is, by the way.
I was going to say we're seeing some interesting new names.
That guy.
Forces of Nature. He's playing the air elemental.
What region is he?
Southeast.
Oh, yep. So confirmed that Nathan only went to 121, and Adam is on 143, not 144. So I wonder where he missed that point.
I don't know. So that means there's going to be like a three-way tie break for probably third place. And we'll see how the tournament organizers do that. But we have been on for 2 hours now, so I think it's probably time to go ahead and wrap up this live stream, and I'll see if I can get somebody in the room to provide us a feed for the awards.
But I wanted to say more controversial things.
Why are you cutting us off, Mike?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Goddamn, this is America. Freedom.
Yeah. Don't you impinge on my rights to stay on the stream?
On your stream that you own? How dare you control my feelings?
Matt, I'm sending an email to whoever runs your office there to let them know you've been doing this for the last 2 hours. And
his office.
Mate, that's all right. That's all right. It'll come to me. I'll just send you this emoji.
There you go.
Nailed it.
Turns out I'm the boss here. Oh shit.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So I'd like to thank Matt and Mike and Mark and Ray for hanging out with me and covering this top table final round match for the U.S. Masters. I hope everybody at home has enjoyed watching this. We're going to try to bring you as much coverage of the awards as we can.
I would like to thank you, Mike Adkins, for doing this, and I hope everybody watching appreciates what you've done, because you have dedicated your entire weekend and then some to doing this. And this is the best coverage that I have ever seen and probably ever will see of a Masters tournament or any tournament. So I hope everybody appreciates what you've done. So thank you.
I agree. Yeah, and including Paul Forbes, because the camera was
100%.
great.
100%. And another shout out to Paul Forbes from Victoria Gaming for providing the camera and the mics so we could both see the games and hear what the players were saying. I think that was very helpful over the course of the weekend. Thanks. I appreciate it.
It was nice to be the only non-American on here too, you know?
Ray, yeah, you're basically American.
That was deliberately for Ray.
I was going to say, I think the liberal me and Adkins are probably not very American either.
Okay.
Mike's like, we got it.
Sorry, Matt, go ahead.
No. Can we have a quick look? Can you have a quick look at what we might be seeing from a region point of view as a little bit of a prediction?
Yeah, it's going to be hard because we don't know
I'm
whether
seeing
they're
a lot
doing
of
the
South
top.
drifting up.
Sure. Yeah, I don't know if they're doing the top 4 or the top 8. I know that the South has won every year, and I think their position is looking pretty strong. Earlier in the weekend, it wasn't, but they have crept up a lot. So
although you've got Corey and Keith at 3 and 4.
Sure, yeah, but again, like if it's the whole team, and
you can't speculate right now.
It's very hard to say.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very hard to say.
Thanks again, Mike. Much
So yeah,
appreciated.
just everybody keep your eyes open. We will have some results for you soon as we have them. Try not to spoil like all of the results for folks, even though it's pretty clear who the master is going to be. There's still Paragon. There's still like the sports and the paint and the regional contests to pay attention to. Hey, regional battle matters, man.
I care about region. I do
Mike,
care about
is Best of the Rest posted somewhere?
I have no idea. I don't know anything about Best of the Rest. Sorry.
the best of the rest. They were all like locals, so don't worry about it.
and they've been done for like 2 hours now.
Yeah, I didn't recognize a single name in Best of the Rest. They're all Pacific Northwest
Maybe
people
locals,
who
I'd
weren't
imagine.
playing
It
that.
is-
Yeah.
It was too expensive for people to travel for Best of the Rest this year. That's just the reality of it. I don't think it was anything personal. But
Yeah. Well, and it's not really driving distance for anyone except Pacific Northwest. It's just it's far away. That's just geography, folks. That's nobody's fault. So again, thanks guys for hanging out with me. Thanks to Paul for providing this. Thanks to everybody at home for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed watching 6 rounds of Masters games this weekend. I know I have, and hopefully we'll have some score, some final score and awards coverage for you coming up in the next half hour or so. Whenever they actually start doing the awards, I will let you know stuff as soon as I know stuff. Just watch our YouTube channel and watch Dash28, and we'll have stuff published for you as soon as we can. So till next time, I'm your host, Mike Atkins, saying you stay safe out there, and we will see you next time on Dash28 Live.
stay
Bye,
classy,
everybody.
San Diego.
Freedom!
Go.